Ah, what a Wednesday. Microphone is on. I have my wah-wah. That's bright. Let's start pulling up our slop for the day. Oh, wow. Look at the chat just flying in. She's on time. And sound works. This is why I always say you really want to make sure that you set your expectations that other people have of you nice and low. Lead with constant disappointment just as a starting ground. And then when you're actually, competent, it's like shock, awe, and wonder. You really want to be the prodigal son. That's my life advice. So that when you actually show up and do something right, everyone's like, "Fuck yeah!" What up, on time squad? Actually, while I'm here, I have like a on my slop itinerary for today. I also had some like little notes that I had to do, and can successfully check off a couple of things. Good for me. Good morning, everyone. Isn't that manipulation? Here at the Axe Murderer and the Wife, we don't like to look at that as manipulation. I like to think of it as a complex relationship with the truth. You know what we're saying? And I don't think that you should be shaming me just because I lie to people and weaponize my incompetence in order for my life to be easier while then off-putting all of the labor onto others. That's really judgmental and very unintegrated of you, Samantha, if I can be honest. Yeah, I always have notes during live. I may seem completely squirrel-brained and flying by the seat of my pants, and maybe I am a little bit, but I do take notes. So, manipulation. I'm going to cease and desist you. Thank you so much, everyone. The skill with the off-the-cuff response is insane. It's honestly, I'm a little too good at that. You guys should be concerned. Shane, thank you so much for the super chat. We love to see it. Anyway, it's time for me to do my usual intro. We're past the point of being on time. So let me bring you all in and tell you what's going to happen today. Welcome to another Dadvocate stream. I'm Lauren, your host, and today's theme of the stream is simply slop. You sent me stuff. I will react to it. I've put some notes on things, but if we really start flying through this, I might just start clicking. I might just start blasting, quite frankly. Samantha, I know you were teasing. I was also teasing. Obviously, I would hope to God you'd recognize that. Good morning, Doom for Zombies. A good morning to you. We're starting off strong with the super chats. Oh, by the way, I never remind people of this so early on. I always save it to the end like a fool or until someone else reminds me. But go ahead and like the stream now. You know you want to. You know you're just dying to slap it and clap the like button's booty cheeks. You know you want to, so just do it. Anyway, as a quick introduction to today's slop stream, where we just dive in all kinds of stuff, we do try to keep it pretty audio only friendly. So if you're taking your dog for a walk or doing some choring or lifting some weights at the gym, by all means, you do not have to stare at your screen. Even if we do watch a video, I will make sure to do my best to just visually describe it for you so that you don't have to feel like you have to be glued to your screen to enjoy this stream, right? Oh man, sorry, I've got like a post-nasal drip. You guys know I'm about to get a septumplasty next month. It's damn time, and that is one thing I am eager for this septumplasty and turbinate reduction to take care of. Chaos Shadow donated $2. Thank you. It's going to the schnoz fund. I hope you saw the one I sent on Instagram. It was just wow. Hold up. I'm gonna not gonna lie, the absolute best way to submit things to me is to my email, lauren@dadvocate.net. TikTok is almost impossible for me to check messages. Just the entire way they do that, and that's gonna be exploded in a few days anyways. Instagram, slightly better. I never check my Facebook messages. So email's probably the absolute best. You're just self-conscious because your bot talks shit. Like I said, the exterior of my nose will not be changing. It's not a rhinoplasty. I literally can only breathe out of 10% of one of my nostrils. It makes life really hard. So it's about time. We've been trying to treat it like allergenically, I guess, with an aggressive allergy plan for a long time, and you guys should see the pictures. It is in one of my Instagram posts. I'll have to repost it leading up to the septumplasty, but my nose is fucked on the inside. It is fully like sideways in there, man. But I've appreciated everybody who's reached out about the septumplasty, who's like gotten one and has offered words of advice. Some of the best advice that I've gotten is to not do cocaine right afterward. Like, probably wouldn't have even thought of that, but that's really good advice. You know, some people, that's the entire reason they have to get a septumplasty. My mom was like, yeah, my friend had to get that from doing too much coke. And I was like, Mom, shut up. You just hate her. Like, there's no way someone will need a septumplasty from doing too much coke. And then I Googled it and I was like, damn, Mom, you were right. I shouldn't have even questioned you growing up in like the 70s and the 80s like that. Who was I to question that all of your friends did copious amounts of cocaine? Like, who am I? How will Orange dream without the nose candy? I probably do look like a person and like present as a person who is like constantly on uppers, to be honest. Like, me and my sibling have both gotten that a lot. We both give off like, are you on drugs vibes, but I like to consider myself like Salvador Dali. I am drugs, Sorry if you heard the buzzing. I silenced my phone. Lauren is be a nose candy fiend. And this is how rumors start. By myself Barbara Streisanding coke rumors. Good morning, Phil. Good morning, Lauren. Hope you're integrating well. I got a septo a year ago. Life-changing. The week of bleeding from the nose sucks. Yeah, but like I figure I've survived healing from a C-section. I've been surviving my rotator cuff injury, which has been more annoying than or did I say surgery? Just an injury. I didn't end up needing surgery for that. But that's been more annoying than recovering from the C-section. So a week of stints in my nose. I think I'll be all right. And I think I've said I'm going to try to stream, even for like a little bit, just to hang out with you guys while looking insane. Okay. The booger surgery, yeah, I've heard that like the boogers go crazy after that surgery. But like 99% of people I've talked to are like, yeah, it's absolutely life-changing. One thing that my husband found out, he's like really into all kinds of just lore and anthropology and history and evolution and God, the perks of marrying a nerd. Mwah. But he told me that actually like almost a majority of like Eastern European white people have a deviated septum. And it's because I guess it's our nose's way of trying to evolve to be thinner in order to adapt better to colder climates. But it just kind of like overcorrected, and now a bunch of us just have really effed up noses. So I don't know, if you're a white Eastern European, you might want to get that checked out if you have any breathing problems or post-nasal drip or things presenting as allergy conditions when you've gotten an allergy panel and you don't have allergies. Might want to have someone stick a thing up your nose. Do a little... That video of someone going up my nose was like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Samantha says, can confirm C-section sucks. And yet I'm out here about to turn 33 this year going, what if I do it again, though? My ovaries have not chilled out, unfortunately. Like, I try to speak logistically to them. I'm like, guys, like, ovaries, listen to me. The kids are both school age. You have 5 days out of the week that they are someone else's problem. You can be yourself again. I'm like, but what if I ruin that? Like, stop. No, no, bad ovaries. Chill. Zachary, thank you so much. Could be fun to group. Watch the Jubilee video where Chelsea makes a fool of herself, or the anti-men's rights advocates panels. The only thing is we can't do Jubilee. Jubilee is more litigious than Chelsea Smallwood herself, if you can believe it. Like, they will copyright strike the fuck out of you. Like, honestly, even me mentioning Jubilee, they're probably going to be trying to take down this video. When I tried to upload that video of my and Roma's coverage of the men's rights advocates panel, which I did eventually manage to upload, I had to have my editor blur the video and voice change. Like, what we had to do was get a transcript of what everyone was saying and then put it through an AI robot speaker for each voice, just to even provide the context of the episode. Like, we can't be watching Jubilee, unfortunately. But you know, I don't know if it's just YouTube that is applicable to, I guess, because none of the streams on Twitch or Facebook when I was watching Jubilee seemed to have an issue. So maybe it could be like a Patreon only thing. I don't know. I'll look into it. Thank you for another super chat. Oh my god, barbecue for the win says, I've soon finished your latest stream. Sorry about the audio on the... No, it was Mondays that the audio sucked. Yesterday's was fine. Something stuck out to me at roughly 2 hours in and 14 minutes. You mentioned men should learn to be kind to themselves, at which I wondered, is anyone taught to be kind to men? I think kind of. Like yes and no. Like, most families have some kind of foundation of, like, we should overall be good to each other and try to help our fellow man, you know? So I think, like, generally and vaguely, but, like, is definitely not a sense of urgency for mothers to be like, now, young ladies, there are problems that men uniquely face that you should be aware of so that you can help them out. Like, I don't think that's prioritized, unfortunately, you know? And look, I have a son and a daughter, so I have to say, like, I guess I don't really focus too much on uniquely gendered conversations often. But, I mean, I've definitely had those kinds of conversations to the point where, like, you know, my daughter is, like, the first to, if anybody even says, like, that's not for boys or that's not for girls, she's like, anything can be for anyone, you know? But, yeah, we definitely prioritize teaching men to focus more on women's unique things than vice versa. I remember even when I was having the talk with our son, with my husband, we were kind of going over everything, and, you know, we were telling him about how girls have periods, and, you know, I even mentioned, I'm like, you know, if you were to happen to see, like, your classmates with blood, like, you know, I've even heard of some guys offering their hoodies to them. I'm like, if you want to be a real hero, like, that's something you could do. I remember going out of my way for my son to explain those kinds of things, you know, but I don't know if it organically comes up very much what men's unique issues are, especially for children. You know, I think the closest I've ever come to, it's not even uniquely male, but I remember my daughter was being bullied by a boy, and I will read that super chat in a second. My daughter was being bullied by a boy who was calling her fat, which, like, that's mean and unnecessary to do no matter your size, but it was also kind of funny because my daughter is, like, very famously skinny. Like, I'm not trying to, like, body shame. These are the words she uses to describe herself. Her daughter, or her father, and I are both kind of on the lither side of humans, so that's just the way that our kids come out. And so she told me that when this boy was calling her fat, she even, like, turned around to look and was like, are you talking about me? And he clarified, like, I am indeed talking about you. And she was really hurt by this. And after I, like, told myself, like, Lauren, you can't beat a 6-year-old's ass. I'm sorry, you can't go in there and do that. And I like moved past that. I talked to her and I was like, listen, this is not an excuse for what he did, but the most likely reason that he is doing this is because someone's probably doing it to him. There are a lot of, young boys who get bullied, maybe by their older brothers or maybe by other kids in the neighborhood, because they want to be the toughest guy. And he might just be acting out because that's the way someone's treating him. It doesn't make it okay, but he's probably getting bullied himself. And that was, like I said, I had to really talk myself out of going in and beating that kid up myself. But he moved schools anyway. I was probably the closest I've ever gotten. Let me read this one because it's relevant from Oh My God, Barbecue for the Win. Be kind to the girls is often told at kindergarten, but I can't remember anyone saying be kind to the boys. Hopefully my kindergarten, but I doubt it. Yeah, I definitely have had to have that conversation with my daughter too, because she had her little like girls only phase, and I was like, I respect that you get along with girls, but do not be mean to boys. You don't have to play with them, but you don't have to be mean. Exactly, Just Ricardo. The super chat reads, hurt people hurt people. Yeah, that's exactly where it came down to. Anyway, on that the beautiful Dadvocate spree, let's get into the stuff that you guys have sent me. So, wow, this is a crazy place to start, actually. We're going to start with a video. Sorry, hold on. We're going to start with a tremendous video. I just got to make sure it's nice and queued up for us. And then we'll get into more stories. We don't have a lot of visual stuff today, but we have just enough. We have to watch this one, guys. Imagine you meet someone and they're so cute and you guys are clicking so well and you guys have been talking for like a couple months now, and you've been video chatting, even, they're not a catfish, you've gotten to really know them, and even though you've never gotten to like physically touch them, you have the biggest crush in the world on them, right? And then after about like 2 months of talking, you're about to finally meet up in person, and this happens.
I don't have legs. This is my legs.
What the f?
Do you need me to show you again?
Yeah, what the f?
I'm a bilateral above knee amputee.
And you're just down telling me after 3 months?
I'm really sorry. I didn't want you to think of me differently.
Think of you differently? You practically lied about everything that we talked about.
I didn't lie about anything. What do you think I lied about?
I'm supposed to go out there and hike with you?
No. I still do all of that. I'm actually the only woman in the world in recorded history to make it to like Uruhu Peak, which is the summit of Kilimanjaro. I crawl.
You crawled up Kilimanjaro?
Yeah.
That's the largest mountain in the world, you guys. Mount Kilimanjaro? What? Most of like the most fit non-amputated humans I know would have a very difficult time climbing to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. Lieutenant Dan did it?
I know people that are 6 feet tall that don't even leave their fucking house, and you climb the whole mountain. You have 7 world records? Why would I be mad about that? That's the fucking coolest thing in the world.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're not upset. I was so scared. Will you forgive me?
I don't know. We might have to race.
It is on.
Can you drive still?
I can drive. I have hand controls here in my vehicle. Hold it.
Hold on, I gotta fact check myself. Is Everest taller than Kilimanjaro? I thought Kilimanjaro? I could be wrong. Hold on. Kilimanjaro or Everest is tallest? Okay. It's Mount Everest. I was wrong. I stand corrected. The point remains, though. What do you mean largest mountain? Apparently, I mean that I'm a dumbass. Yes, okay? I have been mountain shamed.
This back to accelerate, press forward to brake.
That is cool as shit.
Heck yeah, and I even got a lift in the back that can lift like half an oak. Are you really 6 foot?
I do have a really small butt. You're gonna see it in Colorado when we go hiking and I beat your ass to the mountain.
I'm excited to see you.
Yeah, I could put you in the backpack loop.
Aw, he can baby Yoda her! Oh, I ship it. I ship it so hard. Wait, it's still Kilimanjaro? Is it? Did Google lie to me? Okay, so Mount Everest is 29,000 feet. And then how tall is Mount Kilimanjaro? Okay, it's 19,300. So no, I don't think it is Kilimanjaro. No. From base to tip, I think the largest mountain is underwater. Oh. Big likely, actually. That's that would not surprise me. Okay. It's still tall. They're both pretty big mountains. When you're my size, all skyscrapers look the same. Okay? Off topic, but I think fathers should help teach their sons to get girlfriends. What do you, like, be pickup artists? What you mean? If all a father has to do is demonstrate confidence for their kid and give them enough skills to be able to continue on a state of true, genuine confidence. And then girls will just like you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a father at any point in time needs to sit his son down and go, all right, son, here's how to pull bitches. Like, I genuinely think that if he's like, hey, watch how nicely I treat your mother. Look at the way that I try to anticipate her needs and I respect her and we have great conversations and we work through things, you know, we communicate well with each other and then look how we go out into the world and we respect the women that we see out in the world. It's like, I feel like as long as you're just an involved guy who generally respects women and cares to involve your son in developing things that help him become independent, then he will meet girls. God says, the big island of Hawaii is indeed the tallest from top to bottom, but the bottom is underwater. Kilimanjaro might be the highest in Africa, though. Huh. Now I know. Damn, y'all are really super chatting for the mountains. If I knew that you had such a mountain kink, I would have exploited this a long time ago. Centrist Intelligence says, Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain you can climb without oxygen. The more you know. I feel like that's honestly one big thing, too, about this, like, septumplasty is because of my breathing difficulties, one thing that's really difficult for me is, like, elevation or areas where like oxygen is low, and I've always been like terrified of like not being able to breathe. So like I definitely would be too afraid to climb Mount Kilimanjaro pre-septumplasty. That's for sure. Are mountains the new Roman Empire? They always were, kid. They always were. Oh yeah, I had to start with that one. That one's so good, dude. Like, I love that he was, like, a little bit offended because he was, like... I think the thing that he was most mad about when she told him that she doesn't have legs is that I think he was scared that he was, like, gonna have to, like, break up with her. I think he was like, oh, shit. Like, I like you, but, like... I don't know if I'm ready to take care of a disabled person yet. And, like, I think that was just beautifully educational for everybody because it's like, damn, who knew that, like, a person without legs is still fully capable of doing everything, you know? But, I often surprise myself. I remember, or I guess not surprise myself, but other people surprise me. I am surprised by the world. I think the first time that I ever, like, had my mind blown by such a thing was I used to be huge into bicycling and BMXing and long distance biking. And I'm at the bike shop one day, and this was when I was like younger, like probably too old to be such a dumbass, but like at least in the youthful indiscretion bubble of, I was maybe like 15 or 16. And there was a person in there with, you know, the fake legs, right? And they're looking at bike stuff, and I stupidly was like, "You still ride a bike?" You know? And they just look at me and they're like, "Yeah. And I hope that if you ever lose your legs, you don't stop riding a bike either." And that has stuck with me ever since. We don't know that we're going to get to keep our legs. Who are we to feel entitled to our legs? We don't know. Better learn to drive a car a different way. Okay? Doom for Zombie says there are 3 different ways to define tallest mountain. Tallest base to peak, tallest above water, and closest to space. All right, I feel like this is getting down like a very trains adjacent rabbit hole. Who's measuring mountains to space? That one's, someone made that up, and then other people who just wanted to be edgy and didn't want to fit in with the other mountain measurers decided to like hop on board that third party. I'm willing to accept that there's like from here to here and then underwater from here to here as far as measuring mountains, but you're telling me someone's like, now from the top of your mountain to space. Like, nope, that's moving the goalposts in a way that was like so unnecessary. It reminds me of the time that my uncle was like, well, you know, there's actually 2 kinds of infinity, because there's the numbers that go on for infinity, and then there's the fractions of those numbers that go on for infinity. And at the time, because I was like 6 or something, I was like, my uncle's a genius. But now that I'm the genius, I'm like, bro, that was all the same infinity. What are you talking about? Like, that sounds like some shit someone at Electric Forest off of like 10 tabs of acid would say, thinking that like they had fully reached Chelsea Smallwood level enlightenment, dude. Get up on the mountain and choo-choo. Because like, for what purpose would you ever need to know the distance between the top of a mountain and space? Like, in case you want to shoot a rocket off of it? All the men in the comments, obviously to shoot a rocket off of it. Lauren! Obviously. North Korea math is worse. I mean, I believe you. Look, I'm not much of a North Korea stan. Sorry. Here at the North Korea sympathizer and the wife. This seems like a scientific channel. We sure did tune into my STEM brain just a little tad. Can we just continue to call her Chelsea Tiny Meat? Yeah. Yeah, we can. Bitches love mountains, Girthy. That's my favorite cheer you've ever gave me. Oh man, Gus, thank you so much. You guys are going to single-handedly keep me from worrying about the cost of this septumplasty, which, by the way, I find it very annoying that no one can just tell you how much shit's going to cost. Why do I have to call 5 different places to figure out different codes and then call why do I have to do all this? This is why Luigi's happen. I'm sorry. Okay, Gus says, is the closest to space measurement why Olympus Mons on Mars is the tallest mountain in the solar system, and infinity cardinality is a real thing. Okay. No, it's not. Wait, so, okay, the top... I don't know, because that's a mountain on Mars, and I don't think that anybody is doing that measurement on that mountain. Like, that's still a base to peak mountain. So that's third party exclusive. But wait, what is this infinity cardinality? The cardinality of infinity depends on whether the set is countable or uncountable. Okay, but that's not fractions. You can count a fraction. No? How is a number uncountable besides infinity? There's only infinity or countable numbers. No? is this becoming like, am I gonna tap into the Destiny fandoms with this level of like, why am I getting super deep right now? Cardinality is a way to count the numbers of objects in a set. A set is countably infinite if it can be put in a one-to-one correspondence with the natural numbers. This means that there is a bijection or one-to-one correspondence between the set and the natural numbers. So like fractions? So he was right? Some infinity are indeed bigger than others. But if the general concept is that it's infinite, how can it be bigger if the concept is that they just keep going on permanently? I feel like they would just branch off in different, like, speeds, almost? I'm a major in this. There are bigger infinites than other. I hate this. I really... Lauren hurt herself in her confusion. Okay? And what business did my uncle have trying to bring up infinite cardinality at Bob Evans on a Tuesday morning? It's a math thing. Yeah, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it that some infinities are bigger than others. My infinity is bigger than your infinity. Honestly, the best way to explain is with limits in calculus. I hate it too, Lauren. Wait. Dylan says because you can never start fractional infinity. It's 1.000, but it's an infinite number of zeros. So are you saying that makes it a different type of, like, the difference between countable and uncountable? Sets of greater than... Okay, now what is this? Now what even is this? What even am I looking at? Okay, I went too far. Huh? What is this fucking Harry Potter symbol? No, because by the time you've got a cactus growing out of your zero, I don't even want it anymore. I'm done. They better not ban all the social medias because I will not be able to get a job in mathematics. That's for sure. I'm sorry I missed the cheer. But look, I was going through a lot, okay? Stop it, Steelpot. Do not even tell me right now that Neil deGrasse Tyson talked to Joe Rogan about this, because if there's one thing that I hate more than even this entire conversation that we've just had, it's thinking about Neil deGrasse Tyson and Joe Rogan having this conversation. Lauren having her first schizo rant. Oh, sweet summer child. This is so far from my first schizo rant. You're not even new here. What you mean? Second try. Oh, thank you so much, Punslinger. Think of all the numbers, infinite. Think of all even numbers, also infinite, but less than the infinite of all numbers. It's like I get it, but I don't. Does that make sense? I'm like, well, yeah, it makes sense to me that there can be different types of infinity, but I don't understand how you can tell me that one infinity is bigger than the other infinity if the entire concept is that they're both endless. How can one thing be more endless than another? And you guys, like, choose to pay money to study this? What? Anyways, Andre, thank you so much. Wait, Christians first. Oh my god, the super chats. You guys are so kind. My nose thanks you. Christian says, is it okay to pick sides when friends get divorced? My general rule that is not completely inflexible, but is pretty foundational, is that whoever asks me to pick sides is the person I am naturally going to start opposing, either consciously or even subconsciously. I don't like that you told me to pick sides. And you could call it what's the reactance? You could call it reactance, the natural, like, knee-jerk reaction to not do what you feel like someone is compelling you to do. but I don't like being made to choose. I like my friends trusting me to have the autonomy and self-direction to draw my own conclusions. I promise I'll get to all of these. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. You're so nice. But my natural inclination is like, if you, like, just don't make me pick. I feel like I can sort this out on my own. But sometimes, and this is why I'm not inflexible on it, if it has to do with, like, the ABUSC word, for example, if, like, hands were laid, you know, if something absolutely horrible has occurred, sometimes it really speaks volumes if you don't pick a side. So my majorative answer is, I don't make your friends pick sides, but again, sometimes there's a time and place to, like, pick, you know? Next one. Andre Dan, thank you so much for your super chat. If there was only one infinity, Buzz Lightyear wouldn't be able to say to infinity and beyond. Word! That's what I'm saying. Like, fuck girl math, fuck math. All that really matters at the end of the day is Toy Story math. Okay? My boy, Buzz Lightyear, does not say to infinities and beyond, and that's all I need to know. Okay? Shane, thank you for your super chat. Watch Vsauce. Is that one of those, like, science YouTubers? My husband, his entire algorithm is people disseminating flat earthers. We have very different algos, but I will say if there's a science YouTuber, I might know of them. Gus says, that's Aleph, the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet used to represent the set of all natural numbers. All right, okay. So that's the set of all natural numbers. So what does that even mean? Natural numbers. So, like, this refers to everything that is not a fraction? Why are you going schizo? The voices... They're telling me to jump through the wormhole. Levi, you're needed. Levi just says depends on the circumstances instead of calm down. A bold move on Levi's part, but we'll see how it plays out. But the beyond is the multiple infinities. Damn it, Jeff! Okay, so Toy Story is woke and based, is basically what I'm... All positive integers. Okay, actually, that helps it click for me. Thank you, SVR. Okay, so I was kind of right. Okay, beautiful. I love to see that there are some math things that I am not completely dumb as shit about. TJ on that professor stick shit. You and TJ would 100% have the exact same YouTube algorithm. For sure. Maybe some, like, you probably have some, like, jujitsu stuff in there errantly. Okay. Do I have more TikToks? Only if we want to dive into Chelsea stuff later. Only then. But for now, I do have some Reddit stories for you guys that we can react to. Oh, please tell me this one hasn't been deleted. Yes. Yes. we turned into Bill Nye. You know, Bill Nye has aged well. No major controversies or anything, from what I know. TJ could probably Rizzoli you with math. You know, between us, we both have our own love and respect for math, I would say. Like, I was definitely raised by an engineer and comes from a strong engineering background. And also, so was he. But we're also both artists. So we both have, like, big steam brain, if that makes sense. Irrational women are more fun. Yeah, that's why you guys like me so much. What's my email again? I don't think the Santa girl from yesterday sells anything, but she had some wild story posts. Ooh, tea. It's Lauren at Dadvocate.net. Okay. So on the stream, I might just go into my email and check on what we found from the girl who got abruptly ghosted by her now ex-boyfriend yesterday. Oh, that was funny. Okay, let me keep my email open for this. You send it, I react to it stream. What is this? Okay. Let's do some Reddit stories. Oh my god, barbecue for the win. Lauren's non-gay Brian is working overtime. Oh man. Yeah, another shout out today to non-gay Brian. Yesterday, gay Brian had his flowers. That was who the stream was dedicated to. Today, I want to really shout out straight Brian. Don't worry, bisexual Brian. Your day will come. I know the bright white light. Just but okay. Back to dark mode where we really shine. Dude, Beekman's World? Yo, I have not thought about that in a hot minute. You just like sent me down a nostalgic surge. Whoa, I know the babies of the chat will have no clue what you're talking about. Okay. Dude, this is my first stream, and I have to say, this is a great thing to wake up to. Man, I sure try. Look, I try. I come in with that unhinged schizo energy, just ready to brighten your day. So this one, I want to read this to you guys. I'm so excited. This was posted to r/am I overreacting? And it reads, Am I overreacting? My friend went crazy when the guy she likes made a drawing of me. Warning, unhinged rant and racism. Context in post. So I'm a 24-year-old female, and she's a 24-year-old female as well. For some context, she is white, and I am mixed Japanese and Brazilian. Is it racist to say she's probably hot? Is that racist? It's like, if it is, it's like positive racism. Like when people are like, oh, but Asians are good at math. It's like, that's racist, but like, can you be mad? You know what I mean? But like, I'm sorry, if you tell me that you're Japanese and Brazilian, I'm assuming you are hot as fuck. Like, I'm sorry. It's just like, there's very low odds you're not, okay? Anyway, there's this guy we both know through a mutual friend. We met him end of summer, I think. She's at his place a lot and told us they're dating, but when he was asked, he said she's just a friend. Oh, that's so awkward. Have you guys ever had that happen about you? Where, like, someone lied about dating you or, like, called something a date when it, like, plainly wasn't? Because that's up there with, like, it's like every episode of The Office combined level of secondhand embarrassment for me when I hear about that kind of stuff. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, she rates a Brazilian punslinger. I don't know why you donate to me. I should be donating to you. Truly. God, that one was good. But, hold on, wait, I need to actually reflect on this. Victor B says, technically, yes, assuming anything due to race is racist. Yeah. But it's nice racist. This is gonna get clipped so bad for me, dude. Stop. It's like saying blacks are fast runners, although it's true. Can we just get some positive racism in the chat? Give me your best positive racism. But none for white people. Even out the playing fields. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Why am I trying to speedrun getting canceled so early on in the new year? Oh my god. 3 times, all times fueled by my ex-best friend. Said Chaos Shadow. My best friend's ego. Oh my god, wait, 3 times all fueled by my ex-best friend's ego. So you used to have a best friend who, like, would they lie about dating you? Ooh, now I need the tea! Discrimination, says oh my god, barbecue for the win. Thank you, by the way. Or antagonism against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular race or ethnic group. So technically, no? Alright, we got some mixed reactions in the chat here. Look, I'm sorry, I will just try to avoid general racism. I'm doing my best. I'm grateful for other ethnicities being good at math and athletics. Thanks, y'all. Big shout out to other ethnicities for your unique skill sets. Big shout out. You know what we are right now? We're so culturally integrated is what we are. That's what we are. No, I've told the story once before. I'll give a really like quick version of it, but we used to have a friend in our friend group actually who was getting so bad about lying about like hooking up with different girls when we knew he was not hooking up with these women, and like we had to do an entire like oh shit, I forgot the word for it when everybody gets together and they kind of like put you in a room. It's what do we have to do? Oh god. I want to say interrogation, but that's not it. Jail? We put him in friend jail, that's for sure. Intervention. Thank you, SteelPot35. Yeah, we had to have an intervention where we're like, yeah, dude, like, we know you're lying. You have a lying problem. Like, you're gonna really hurt these girls' reputations. Like, it was, like, very cringe and bad, and we hated it. We hated it. Chaos Shadow, thank you for another dono. That guy just liked having someone he felt he was better than, and a lot of the women we associated with were as trashy as him. Damn. Damn. I like the way you said ex-best friend. I just love that everyone is on the intervention train now. Intervent train. So, oh my god, Barbecue for the Win says, think casual racism is bad? Try competitive racism. Yeah, let me tell you, joking about joking about racism, this is already making me sweat. I'm certainly not about to host the Racism Olympics. That's for sure. I'll leave that to like, God, I'm like drawing a blank on all these people. The guy who, did the, her body, my choice thing. Fuentes. Yeah, we'll leave it to him. He can host the Racism Olympics. That guy that like a terrorist almost took out recently. Yeah, I'll let him do it. Let's get back to this Reddit story. We've got two 24-year-old girls, one white, one mixed, one guy friend. One of the friends is trying to say she's dating the guy friend. That guy friend is like, we're just friends. So that's awkward. I'll be honest, he's a confident guy, but when we first met, he was always awkward when we interacted. I assumed he didn't like me, so I was surprised when he got me a birthday gift last month. There are very few friends that I get birthday gifts for. Dude is definitely trying to smash. After that, we started hanging out more, and actually became good friends. I like collecting rocks. Okay, so she's a 10 out of 10. Say less. You're a Japanese Brazilian who likes collecting rocks? If you weren't already in America, call me a passport, bro, because I like her already. I like collecting rocks as a hobby since childhood, and he is curious about it. A few times we would meet up, and he even gave me rocks he thought I'd like. It was very thoughtful and sweet. Oh my God! This is so wholesome. Like, even more than the legless couple previously, I ship these rock collecting cuties so hard. My friends started asking me about him and always made shady comments. Ooh, she does not like your rockness. She does not think your relationship rocks. She's trying to meddle in your business. All right, that was a stretch, but let's see how this plays out. God, I'm so on a roll right now. For example, she would imply that I'm not his type, that he's interested in, or that he's not interested in me. They were very snarky remarks, but low-key and subtle. One time, he said that my eyes are stunning, and she started laughing hysterically and called him a sleazy liar. Wow, she is C-blocking. This lady needs to do the cock block Olympics. That's what she needs to host. At this point, I was still under the illusion that she's a friend, so I thought she was just messing around and being funny. You know how when you just want to be silly with your friends, you just neg the shit out of them? A few days ago, he surprised me with a drawing he made of me, which of course was very sweet. It looked great and was one of the nicest things I've ever received. Okay, but listen, you Japanese Brazilian lady, you. you're not innocent in this either, because you are pretending that you are not friend zoning the shit out of this absolutely sweet and precious boy. I don't like that she's playing so dumb, okay? You're in love, all right? I feel like Sebastian with Ariel right now. Like, bah! What are you doing? Kiss each other! Fuck! It is time to end the simpidemic. It truly... Why can she not just reverse simp? Doesn't she see that this is the time? Anyway, she started acting very weird once she found out. Like, she would give me weird looks and even mocked him. She talked shit about him behind his back and called him pathetic. Okay, yeah, her friend definitely wants him to stop simping. She is furious about the simpery occurring right now. At one point, we had this text exchange, and she basically revealed her true self. I'm shocked, but at the same time, I'm not shocked. Am I overreacting with my responses? Don't get me wrong, I know she's terrible, but in my opinion, my responses were vicious, and I know she's probably still crying snot and tears as we speak. So we've got some text messages to review here. Let's go ahead and pull them right on up, okay? Don't worry, audio-only crew, I'll be reading them to you. Don't worry, you can stay lifting, you can stay walking your dog, you can stay choring, okay? I got you. Reverse simp, I'm stealing this one. Yeah, me and TJ are still trying to figure out, like, which of us is the simp and which of us is the reverse simp, you know? It's like, it's kind of like being a power bottom, you know? I'm just kidding. Okay, this reads, I'm assuming that this is from the bitch, the jealous bitch, because it's not in blue. So the jealous bitch says, hey sis. Oh god, she might as well be getting ready to sell her on an MLM. No one starts a sentence with hey sis with pure intentions, okay? Like, there's times and places to use sis, but this is clearly nefarious. I say this with good intentions. Side-eye. Bombastic side-eye. I say this with good intentions because I don't want to see you get hurt, but blank isn't into you like that, so it's best you just forget about him and move on. Like, I really care about you, so I don't want to see you get into shit. Like, you deserve so much. I love the way some women are, like, absolutely professional martyrs. Like, they are able to absolutely jerry-rig every social situation to an advantage where they get to be the victim and everyone else is just bullying them, or to where the terrible thing they're doing was actually this grand kindness, like they're actually the philanthropist of the year here. Like, it's insane, like really psychotic social engineering. It's like, of all the skills you could have really applied yourself to, like, come on. So our hero of the story, our rock lover of the story, responds, LOL, what the F? I'm not even into him. What the F are you waffling on about? I'm laughing. First of all, let's just take a moment to... That boy drew you a picture. He brought you rocks. And he got put in the friend zone. Oh, we had to pour one out for our homie there. That's sad. But anyway, he's not entitled to having her as a girlfriend just because he gave her some rocks. Rocks are not girlfriend currency. She's not doing anything wrong. I was rooting for him. Anyway, bitch responds, I can see you're trying to be close with him, and it's embarrassing because I feel bad for you, not gonna lie. You're not his type, and that's okay, girl. Like, what's crazy to me is, like, if this girl sent this thinking that there was a chance, like, no chance that it was going to come across as antagonistic, then she's also delusional. But, like, obviously she was trying to start a fight. Like, there's no way she's not trying to start a fight here. And it worked because our hero, our rock collecting hero, our rock collecting friend zoner in question says, LMFAO, who's trying to get close? Are you drunk? It's about the drawing he made of me. So is that why you suddenly started acting weird? You're mad at me for something he did? Huh? Jealous Girl says, that drawing means nothing. He does things because he feels bad for you. You just don't see it. Oh my god, this is so, like, is this the Wicked sub-arc? Is this, like, Glinda Elphaba fan fiction? Oh my god, this is so Mean Girls. Like, it would be hard for me to believe that girls could actually be like this in real life if I had not, like, unfortunately witnessed and experienced this shit firsthand. Rock Collecting Friends owner says, we're good friends, and he's obviously a sweet guy. What exactly did I do wrong, though? I'm trying to understand. Why are you so pressed? Glinda says, listen, you guys aren't that close, and he's obviously not interested in you. You know how many times I've been to his place? We've been fucking since, like, October. Y'all never even hugged. He's awkward around you because he doesn't find you attractive. Also, no offense, but he's only into tall white girls. Have you seen his exes? They're literally 10 out of 10 model types. So I'm more his type, not some ghetto Barbie hood rat. Oh no, she went full white pointed mask off and just came swinging with the full unmasked racism. Oh lord. At least I was trying to be fun with my racial jokes. This is not. That's aggressive and hateful. Okay? When I say things like thank you to the East Asian cultures that attributed so much to math, it may have racial undertones, but it's coming from a place of gratitude. What? Not the ghetto Barbie hood rat. Not the he prefers whites. What in the, like, Emmett Till offensive, like, what? Oh no. Okay. It's not racist, it's just ethnological and discrimination. That's okay. Hear it, the racist and the white. No, stop. Okay, let's keep reading. Anyway, so she's racist as fuck. Men like him want to take home a classy lady, not some porn star. Our rock collecting hero says, LOL, ghetto Barbie hood rat sounds hot, actually. I love her. She collects rocks. She reclaims being called a ghetto Barbie hood rat. That reminds me of when Brittany Venti got called a bimbo so much in her chat that she just started calling herself a bimbo. Like, that's funny. I love that. And I'm confused because why are you calling me a porn star? Isn't that a good thing, LMAO? It's funny how you showed your true racist self just because you feel threatened. Ah, I love this for her. I love that she knows exactly what's going on. Darren, oh my god, the other woman and the racist. She would lose her mind if I did this. Okay, she would lose her mind at that comparison. And yet, where is the false comparison? Where is it on site? Bish, I agree, Ricardo. I love that she has simply resorted, though, to just establishing intellectual dominance without even needing to lift a finger. We love that for a true baddie. Anyway, our racist antagonist says, I'm not racist at all. Speaking like Chelsea Smallwood all of a sudden, I don't think she's narcissistic at all. I think she's integrated. I'm just telling you the truth and protecting your heart. Now that was just a Freudian slip, okay? just protecting your heart. Everything he does is calculated, and he's only using you because you're so easy, she says after just saying that she's been sleeping with him in the friend zone for months. After she's been offering full ungirlfriended coochie up to this dude. No dates, just absolute low-key ass shagging. And this girl's the easy one. Dude, you don't even have a drawing. You've slang that thing out how many times, and he's never even drawn a stick figure of you? I don't know. Sounds like you might be the easy one. Oh, man. He feels bad for you because he probably thinks you're autistic. Bruh, when we talk about autism on this channel, it is heavily celebrated. Like, we love tourism with the tism on this channel, but I know you did not just hit us with the double whammy of the racism, ableist double punch. Are you kidding me? He knows she's autistic, and that's what he wants, okay? You fool, you absolute lunatic to not realize that men are craving sweet, loving, autistic girls who love rocks. Like, you dumb broad to not recognize this. Anyway, she goes on to say, you collect rocks while I play with his balls. Who's winning? I mean, she just said she's not interested in his balls, and you've just demonstrated that you are aware of her interest in rocks, so it sounds like you're both winning. Bitches do love autism, Dylan. It's so true. She says, we are not the same. And I cannot stress enough that she's just laugh reacting all of these. He's basically sweet to you because you do autistic things like that. It's not genuine. Write this down, ladies. Autism is the key to getting portraits made of you, okay? Duh. Ship the autist and the artist. A tale as old as time. It's like Frog and Toad. It's like the best gay union. Anyway, our rock collecting hero says, why would you make fun of someone for having a hobby, LMFAO? What are your hobbies? What do you do when you're not sleeping with him to get commitment? You've been flinging your weary pussy at him since October in hopes of getting scraps of commitment. Followed up with, as if weary pussy was not just the cherry on top of this cake, she sends the I'm tired, boss me. Are you taking best friend applications? Because I didn't think I needed to send one, but I'm applying. The super chat reads, thank you, Michael McIntyre. Thank you. Hood Rat Barbie costume. Now, they actually do have them, actually. It's unfortunate. I don't know the last time you've been to a Halloween USA, but, like, they're pretty insensitive in those realms. She said, oh no, then she points to the I'm tired boss meme and says, your vagina. Breathe. I'm wheezing, I'm gasping for air. My poor deviated septum can't take this. I have to keep going. Thank you, Levi. I will calm down that work. And then you have the audacity to be mad at me for something I didn't even do. What the fuck? And I don't even like him like that. As I said, why are you bringing this petty shit to me and not him? You're sick. To which our delusional friend here says, we had sex over 40 times. That's weird, bruh. What? Girl, what? You've got like a Castaway type tally going for how many times you've gotten his heat-seeking moisture missile to dust off them cobwebs for you? You're really, like, counting the 40 days and nights that you've gotten dick? That's so weird, dude. That's so weird. You, like, the fact that you have such a specific number in mind, and the fact that, like, you would have said over 50 times if you could have, and you haven't made it there yet. Wouldn't she? She would have happily said 50 if she could, but she doesn't even have the stats. She's not even there yet. The metrics. This is not very data-driven of you, my friend. Chaos Shadow, thank you, says blue to go far in an online FPS shooter lobby. Did you mean to say blued? I'm confused. He moved the number on the turnstile to her bedroom. There's just an abacus, and she's just oh my god. We had sex over 40 times. He actually likes me, but I can't say the same for you, to be honest. What have you guys done together? LOL, nothing. And the fact he made that ugly drawing means nothing. Why is she still going on? Like, because she knows she can't have this conversation with him, because she knows if she talks to him and she's like, hey, do you like that other girl? He's going to be like, yeah, obviously. Here's seed money for the oxygen tank GoFundMe. Thank you, end this epidemic. Thank you so much. I will truly need it because breathing is hard right now. Like I said, he feels bad for you because you're giving autism. Stop complimenting her harder. Like, could you riz her up any more? Like, I need that on a t-shirt. I need integrated, and I need giving autism. Like, I'm giving autism. Like, thank you. Every time he texts you, there's a high chance he's balls deep in me. Mind your business, bitch. Okay, that's so funny though, for real. Because, like, this is what I mean by people always find the most incredible ways of telling on themselves. You're telling me that that he's texting people while having sex with you? That's more embarrassing. That, like, you just keep adding on to this embarrassing cake. It's like, I didn't think that I could have any more secondhand embarrassment, and then you just keep piling on and giving me more and more bad feelings in my soul that could be prevented by you having half a brain cell of self-preservation. Good God. Doom for Zombies, thank you, says this screams she hasn't been with her. What? You mean with him? Like, she's making it up? That wouldn't surprise me either. How embarrassing would that be too if, like, they didn't even have a history? Like, I mean, he's even saying, like, they're just friends and not dating, which I have heard guys say about girls that they are actively sleeping with, to be fair, but, like, sleeping with is not dating. Just Ricardo screenshots to everyone we know. I mean, it's already on Reddit, so that's everyone we know and beyond. Grunt to text. Okay, that would be a pretty impressive translator, though. Google Translate's gotten really deep, you know? just like he apparently has been getting with her, I guess. Oh my god. So Rock Collecting Hero says, what? You're actually not normal. Get help, I beg you. And she just keeps getting worse. It's like, you don't think that it could get worse. But she goes, he wants white babies, not some... I'm sorry, audio only crew. It's gonna take me a minute to muster up the gall to say this one out loud. She writes, he wants white babies, not some Jap Latina mutts. Straight to jail. Straight to the guillotine. What? She's drunk as fuck, dude. Like, there is no filter going on here. She just... Oh, dear. Oh, dear me. And I love that this girl, like... You can tell, like, at the beginning I was like, maybe she wasn't fully trying to antagonize. Maybe she's just like so delusional that she thought that this was a fair approach to start a conversation. But obviously, this white bitch, this white devil, is trying everything in her toxic bitch arsenal to try to trigger this other woman. She is trying to hurt her as bad as she possibly can. And I love that it is not working at all. Olivia, thank you so much for the super chat. I just found the male content rabbit hole, so I'm new to this. I agree with some of what you say, but I'm a feminist too. You're so pretty. Thank you. So I'm actually... Real quick side note from the Reddit story, we will get back to it as soon as we can, but I actually do consider myself the original idea of a feminist as well. It really does bother me that there have been so many, like, different pipelines of feminism. Like, there's sprinkle feminism, where you're not a real feminist if you allow a man to make you pay 50-50 and accept that he hates you. And, you know, there's the pipeline of feminism that's like, if you want to be a stay-at-home wife, you're actually a bad feminist. So I don't like that there have become these like radical subcategories of it. But at the end of the day, a true feminist is simply a person who thinks that men, women, humans of any gender really should have equal opportunities. At the end of the day, that's all it's supposed to be. Now it's like we're supposed to like use other terms like egalitarian or something like that, because if we call ourselves a feminist, then we get like shoehorned into all of the worst tropes of feminism. And then if we say we're this, then we get all shoved in all the worst titles of that. So like, I generally try to avoid titles, but I would definitely say that at the end of the day, I'm still a feminist. Like, I behave in feminist ways. You know? So there's nothing wrong with that. It just sucks that, like, if you say you're a feminist, you're now immediately under scrutiny because of what all the bad feminists have done. I just got back and all I hear is J Latina Mud. Yeah, I know. I've really given myself a lot of rope to hang myself with out of context clips today, man. But when don't I? When don't I? Anyway, like I said, our rock collecting autistic warrior is not at all bothered. She says, LOL, remember the other day when you were crying about having lines on your forehead? You have them because you're a racist white trash, and so your evil spirit shines through. That clapback just sent this bitch to the shadow realm. Dude, like, I am also pretty anti-body shaming. You guys know this. If I'm gonna attack a person, I'm going to attack you based on your viewpoints, your opinions, whether or not you are hypocritical or intellectually inconsistent. But I'm not gonna come at you for the way that genetics have or have not blessed you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna come at you for things that you can't control. But every once in a while, especially when someone has, like, pushed someone this far, it's hard for me to not allow it. Like this one, I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow you a little bit of body shaming as a treat, because this is literally followed by being called a Jap Latina mutt. Like, you're allowed to clap back a little bit. I'm gonna let you have this one. You can body shame a bit as a treat, okay? You've earned enough rocks for this. It's time for a new round of Botox and fillers, sis. Your age is starting to show at the ripe age of 24. Yawn. LMAO, get fucked, you racist psycho. Oh wait, you already have been by him, and it's still not enough for a relationship? Oh my! Followed by the coffin emoji and a rose emoji. Look, there are some times where a person, like, delivers this big diatribe and they end it on, like, a really sassy note, and yet they didn't actually eat at all. Like, they did, in fact, not cook. Like, what is left on the plate is still unseasoned chicken tenders. Like, it's like nothing. You did nothing. But this time, oh, she knows she ate. She knows she gobbled this bitch up. She knows that she left nothing behind. Okay? To the point that, like, she said all kinds of shit, and yet for once she's speechless. Wow, I can't believe you actually said that. As an anime character with many ninjutsu references popular in American culture once said, believe it. Okay? Okay, bitch? Followed by, this friendship is dead. Oh no! I bet she's gonna fight so hard for it. Like, oh, I'm sure she really wants this friendship still. Oh no. You're cruel and sick and demented bitch. This is what she wanted all along, by the way. I cannot stress this enough. This is what she was going for from the beginning. You guys, are you familiar with the concept of reactive abuse? If not, quick summary is reactive abuse is a behavior that would ordinarily be classified as outright abusive. However, it has only been brought on as a direct reaction to someone already abusing you, already antagonizing you so hard that they have fully pushed you out of your character, and that the way that you are now treating them would have never otherwise occurred without being almost necessitated by this aggressive behavior, right? So it's kind of like, for example, a father who is being like kept from his kids, and finally he like lashes out and screams at it. Now they get to paint him as like, see, he screams at the mother and that's why she can't let them around the kids. And he's like, I've literally never screamed at her until she has disobeyed the court order like 50 times and no one's done anything about it. Like, situations very similar to that. Or, like when a woman has been gaslit, cheated on, lied to for months and months and months, and he keeps denying and keeps lying about it. And so finally she's like screaming, or like even like throws something and breaks something because she's just like losing her mind. Like, she would have never acted that way if she wasn't pushed to such extremes. And there are people who do this on purpose, who push people to reactively do something so that they can point to them and say, see, I told you they were crazy. I told you they were a bad person. Told you so. But you pushed them to do that. You have to be very careful with people like this. There are people who are very good at setting the bait and getting you to fall into their trap so that they can get you to act out of character, right? Let me read this super chat from Ozzy Rodriguez. I promise I didn't miss it. What's that quote about throwing stones and houses? Right? So anyway, that's clearly what's going on here. Is from the jump, she was trying to get her to say something mean back so that she can go and take it back to this guy and go, see, I told you she's so cruel. She did this out of nowhere, like after having deleted half the conversation. Like, and don't even talk to her because she's such an awful person. Like, if you talk to her, that just shows that you're cruel too. So you can't even talk to her or ask her what really happened. Okay. Like, that's what she was gunning for this whole time. Never text or talk to me again. Oh my God. You were given up for adoption because your bio parents could see you would grow up to be an evil, home-wrecking slut whore. Man, this is like the resume of the year. She is an autistic, rock-collecting, Jap Latina mutt, evil, home-wrecking, slut hoe, ghetto Barbie, and now smelly, ugly whore. That's everything on the I'm trying to trigger you bingo card, and she's run out of stuff. Now what are you gonna do? What do you do when you have exhausted every compartment of racism, ableism, below the belt childhood trauma, and your enemy is still completely unbothered? What do you do? God, that's a rough situation to be in, isn't it? She says, back the fuck off my man and mind your ghetto business. To which our absolute hero closes this one out with, go to sleep, you illiterate Nazi. I love Girthy says, was his that good? Jesus Christ. Yeah, truly, all I'm getting is that, like, this dude is, like, Chad Widower of the Year, dude. Talk about getting Chad Widowed into absolutely oblivion. Like, I thought I was down bad. I mean, holy shit. Look at these comments. I'm trying to protect your heart, you stupid ghetto porn star. Oh my god. Yeah, that sums up this entire situation here. That's so funny. I love that she even posted this to Am I Overreacting, because she knew from the jump that she was not overreacting. She's like, I'm probably underreacting. I would certainly be underreacting if I did not share this with the entire world. And I would like to thank you sincerely, Finisher Car 1, for this contribution to the absolute joy that you have brought mine and others' life. That was... You are a hero, okay? Wait. There's more? No way. No way. Oh, okay, this might become the whole rest of the stream. Guys, I saved this to my slop itinerary like maybe a month ago. There's been so much more. Let me read this quick super chat. Olivia, thank you for another one. What's your opinion on one-sided open relationships? Do they work, and how hard is it to get a boyfriend to agree to one? Like me being the one. Is this another situation with remember that time the girl came into my super chats and she was like, hey, I'm feeling really down because I just cheated on my boyfriend and I'm pretty sure he's gonna break up with me. And I was like, does your Pagely do an OnlyFans? Like, what is this? Like, what is this bait that's happening right now? Like, this is I'm suddenly being reminded of something. I'm getting a sense of deja vu, but because you did give me $5, I will sincerely answer the question. If you are like genuine and forthcoming with what you want, there's someone for everyone. I don't know if it's your current boyfriend who will agree to a one-sided open monogamy relationship, or sorry, one-sided monogamy relationship, but they exist. They're out there. There are men with like extreme cuck fantasies, but I'm actually, this is gonna like absolutely sideswipe the fuck out of a lot of y'all at the advice I'm about to give. This is something that I've actually learned because so much of my audience is actually deeply entrenched in the kink space, and I've tried to become like a lot more open-minded. So even though I myself am monogamous and practice monogamy, I guess I don't practice it, I am monogamy. But I still support and respect polyamorous, open, and other types of relationships, right? So if you want to get into the one-sided monogamy type of world, one thing that I would like to really stress to you is that for cuckolds, they, just like any extreme kink, it requires aftercare. So if you're going to get absolutely raw-dogged by a Giga Chad in front of your man, or even like sending him videos of it, just make sure that you are giving him a lot of love after the fact, because, you know, cucks need love too. So is it, yeah, you can get a man to agree to that. Like, it's out there. It's not common. I don't know if the one that you've picked, who maybe is not ready to hear about this, is going to agree to it. I wouldn't recommend like trying to manipulate him into it, because you want enthusiastic consent in all endeavors. But you can make it happen. Just be open and honest in your communication. And as I said, look into practicing aftercare so that your partner can feel fully supported, even while you are having your cooter absolutely lambasted by massive other penises. Hope that helps. End of the Simpedemic says, feminists who choose the bears, grizzle. Everybody's choosing the bears these days. Everybody. Michael McIntyre, dog tax for the break. I'll bring in a doggo. Okay, so real quick, I have to pee. I'm going to change out the camera battery so that we don't have to have an awkward interruption. And when I come back, we will update on what has happened with this crazy ex-friend, because apparently a lot. Yeah, you guys weren't expecting that, were you? You weren't expecting, but I told you guys, healthier relationships. All right, I told you guys, we laughing about the things we fight about. I'm deep. Okay, what the fuck was the end of that response? I'm looking out for my cuck boys. Sorry about it. I'm making sure when you get dicked down, their heart gets ticked up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. What a weird way to end this. Hold on, wait. Punsinger says polyamory is just wrong. It should either be multi-amory or polyphilia. Mixing Greek and Latin roots just shouldn't happen. That's true. That's true. I love that you really hit him with the Uno reverse on that one. Okay. I will take care of these things. I'm throwing up the BRB screen. I will be right back. Okay. What? Okay, beautiful. Thank you for your patience. I was like, wait, am I back? Are we here? We appear to be. And I have a chunk of oh, babe. I know you asked for a Miles. He'll be here in a second, especially since I just said his name. But this one came out of his hiding, so I decided to do pet cat tax, or cat tax. How do we know how the gay community feels about the straight ladies trying to steal their bears? The straight ladies are always trying to steal the bears, man. Women love bears. Mulch tax. The mulch tax. If you're gonna watch the live stream, you're gonna get some mulch tax. Mulch tax. Mulch tax. Oh, he's a budget boy, and he is so tolerant. Okay. You can be free now. We'll give Miles his time to shine. You already know what's up. Hug time! Yay, I didn't get knocked over this time. Last time we did this, you almost knocked my YouTube button off the wall. Oh god. And there we go again. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I gotta do dog bed for Miles, actually. Do you wanna lay down? You wanna lay down? Lay down. Right there. It's not a chew toy. Kisses? No, no! That's a bed. We don't eat our bed. Okay, go on. Thank you. Thank you. Go on. Oh boy. Miles has eaten approximately 14 leashes and like 5 beds. So I don't know how this will last. I really don't. Anyway. Okay. I'm back. I'm hydrated. Actually, I do want my coffee. I lied. I'm so sorry. I made coffee and I was like, do I want the coffee? I don't need coffee. And I was like, yeah, I do want it. Okay. Go on, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I just need a mug for this one, you know? This is just not a job for water. Okay. Anyway, let's get into this. Where to even begin? Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's the first update. She has like a couple of other ones that are like random stuff about just like random Reddit stuff. Okay. But then I have found some updates. Oh my god. Is this real life? Let me make sure I've got these all in chronological order for you. Okay. Here we go. All right. When last we left, we were dealing with 2 24-year-old friends, one white, one who happened to be mixed race, and when one boy began showing preferential treatment to one of the girls, it turned the white one into an absolute racist. Okay, let's reel that back. The situation revealed her potent racism. Let me rephrase a little bit there. Based on the sheer volume and potency of the racism, I think it's very safe to say that the racism was always there, but this time we just opened up the Pandora's box there and unloaded. So, allegedly, it was told to rock collecting girl, never talk to the white lady ever again. This friendship is ruined. You're cruel. All right? that's where we last ended with "Go to sleep, you illiterate Nazi." So now, oh, and real quick to answer the question, what breed is Miles? What breed isn't Miles? But we have got Neapolitan Mastiff, Husky, German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois, Doberman, Rottweiler, Golden Retriever, Chocolate Lab, American Bulldog, Pit Bull, Staffordshire, and Beagle. That is what breed Miles is. So anyway, in our next update, in a post following "Go to sleep, you illiterate Nazi," our rock collecting friend posts, "Guys, she lied about the 40. Do you guys remember when she was like, "We've had sex over 40 times," and we were like, "That's a weird specific number. That's why." Miles is a super mutt, basically. But I have to know how she found out what she means by this. She goes on to say, "I was going to comment this on my post, but it got locked. I spoke to my guy friend, and he said that they definitely didn't hook up as many as 40 times. He says he stopped sleeping with her because she got baby crazy and kept joking about baby trapping him." She wasn't joking. She was doing one of those like, "Oh my god, that would be like if we dated." I'm just kidding, unless you want to. Like, she wasn't joking. She was just trying to soft launch having an entire genetic morphosis of the two of you. That's all. Just a cute little idea she had. Whoo! And he told me that she freaked out over an incident that happened between them, which happened the same week as the drawing, so she was already on edge. He absolutely refuses to tell me what went down, so I don't know. Oh, and he asks me if I'm turned off by guys who sleep with lots of girls, and I honestly had to tell him yes. I spent 20 minutes explaining that he spent 20 minutes explaining that he's a reformed man-ho and looking to settle down. I told him that he shouldn't care what I think and to live life how he likes. I asked him if he has a crush on me, and he said, "Yeah, was it obvious?" This is interesting. I'm glad that, like, even though she's friend zoning him, she's not like super creeped out by him or anything, but like the reformed man-ho comment was pretty funny. And this also goes to show, like, there's gonna be a lot of men out there who tell you things like, well, women like high body counts and men can't stand high body counts. And it's like, these things are just not as true as some of the loudest voices will tell you. Like, for example, there are a lot of men who are not worried about your body count. They want to know if you're a good person and if you're clean, and that's usually fine by them. Just like there are a lot of women who are not at all turned on by the fact that you had lots of bodies. Like, men who try using this as like a tool to gain the respect of women or to like show them what a badass you are, like, obviously that doesn't always work. You know, it's awkward too when you like are shitting where you eat as well. Like, if you're actively trying to court a girl, you shouldn't even be casually fucking her best friend. You know, like, I gotta say, even though I was shipping them at the beginning, he did kind of shoot himself in the foot on that one, because who knows, she might have entertained this, but like a lot of girls will be put off and turned off by the fact that you were sleeping with one of their friends for so long. It's kind of also part of girl code, you know, even though their girl code is clearly broken, doesn't change the fact that it might have kind of tainted her view of him a little bit, you know? So just another one of those, we can't save these hoes, only God can save these hoes, but we can learn from them type moments, you know? Akalantos says, read The Myth of Sexual Experience. I'm sure that there's so many myths. So that was update 1. . She also said, she also said, "I also said, I 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 also sa Oh, this is interesting. She says, hot take, if he genuinely liked me, he wouldn't have slept with her almost immediately, so it's all sus. This is what I mean, guys. Like, I get that you probably are inclined to be opportunistic. Like, if there's someone throwing themselves at you, it can be very hard to say no. Trust me, I get it. But, like, again, if you're genuinely interested in a person, you're gonna have to overcome that because obviously, like, being a homie hopper in the friend group, no matter what gender you are, is gonna ruin your chances with some of the other homies. You know? Like, it's like, even if it's true that he can like one girl while having fun with another, she's going to take that as like, well, you clearly didn't like me that much. So just try to avoid shooting yourself in the foot, guys. Same with ladies, you know? Same with the ladies. Don't be fucking the whole crew if there's only one guy who's you're trying to make the captain. You know what I'm saying? It's causes a flux in the hierarchy. Okay. Wait, let me see this. The cousin of my second ex got upset that I got together with her, even though the cousin was also dating multiple people. It was hilarious. That's what I'm saying too, is like, it's even one thing to like date multiple people who are not at all related to the friend group. But when you're porking so close to the nest, so to say, eggs might get cracked. I knew a dude who worked his way through like 9 girlfriend group in high school. Don't know what the fuck happened there, but I was genuinely impressed. Small town? Maybe? Dude is clearly loaded like a Four Loko can, I guess. Shall we? Okay, there's more updates. There's more updates, if you can believe it. This one was only posted 6 days ago, but there's still more. We gotta sip coffee for this one. This was posted to r/advice and reads, crazy ex-friend is starting to show stalker tendencies. Is there anything I can do, or do I just have to wait it out? Oh no. Oh no. We really don't like being stalked by a racist. We really don't like that. Oh dear. Okay. She says, I've already posted about the situation in the Am I Overreacting subreddit, where I received plenty of support. However, since then, her behavior took a weird turn, but I feel like legally my hands are tied. I'm hesitant to give away my location at the moment, but I guess I'd just like general advice since I've never dealt with something like this before. So far, she has shown up uninvited to my place and an event I attended. Girl, you are the one who said, don't ever talk to me again. Why would you go to her house? What? If I thought someone was so cruel, why would I go to their house? Don't come to my house, first of all. I've even thought about, like, I really want to, in my heart of hearts, be like the Kool-Aid house. And, like, when it comes to my kids' friends, I'm a lot more lenient than like with adults, because I understand that it's just kind of kid culture for them to just roll up and knock on your door, you know what I mean? And it's pretty wholesome and pure. But if you're a grown-ass adult, you better fucking text or call before you just show up at my house. Like, no excuse, okay? These kids should be off their iPads. You need to be contacting me and making a proper entry, okay? Give me some time. All right, these kids aren't gonna judge me for how I have my house. They don't care. They just want to see if I have slime, okay? But I know y'all are all judging, so you better let me know if you're gonna come bringing your judgy eyes into my home, okay? You know, I've even thought about getting a welcome mat that says, welcome if I know you're coming. And please leave by 8. So this is just showing up to her house uninvited. She has also constantly reached out to me through a new number after I blocked her. So far, she texted and called me from 3 different numbers. Yeah, this is not legal advice, but that is generally valid for a restraining order in most states because for at least where I am, and unfortunately I had ask me how I know. Don't ask me. I don't want to talk about it. But at least where I live, in order to get a restraining order on someone, there need to be at least 2 and distinct, clear instances of harassment and in which you have very clearly and plainly told them to leave you alone. So if you are telling them stop contacting me and they've gotten 3 separate numbers, like, you have good odds for a PPO, my dear. Good odds. You might even be able to get that shit granted ex parte, meaning without trial. Okay? You just might, because this is Looney Tunes shit. And when people start doing some Looney Tunes shit outside of a cartoon, you might want to make them stay 300 feet away from you at all times. That's all I can say. She also contacted a family member of mine inquiring about my whereabouts, claiming that she's concerned for my mental health and safety. These are some of the most dangerous people out there, dude. This woman is like actually for real dangerous, and I'm very concerned about our autistic rock collecting friend here. Like, hey, yo, this is literally 48 hours shit. Like, if she stops posting, we need to call the feds, quite frankly, dude. I don't like what I'm seeing. Because what the hell? She said, but the worst thing she did so far was book the same flight as my solo trip at the end of this month. Now, how in the goddamn hell did she even find out about that? What? In a nutshell, I planned a solo trip and I had told her about it before we fell out. Quite recently, she sent me a picture of her flight details and she booked the exact same trip and flight. I think this is unhinged behavior and demonstrates what I'm dealing with right now. I mean, yeah, that's restraining order time. That's definitely, for sure. And I say try to get it before the flight so that she wastes her money by getting kicked off. I would love to see that. We love some airport drama. I've thought of dedicating an entire stream to airport drama because the most unhinged things happen in airports, but we haven't even gotten to the airport yet. She's out of line. What? Okay, I guess there's only one more update. Thank goodness. Lauren going full alpha female. My therapist told me I'm an alpha. Naruto, yes. Yes, Brad Kraft, who's only going to hear me react to his comment probably in like 45 minutes after we were already talking about Naruto. Oh, Samantha, thank you for the super chat. Let's read this before our final update on this one. Hubby's ex did that, dated for a month, then dumped her. She found a way to contact his mom and told her she was worried for his mental health. That is like one of the most terrifying skills used by controlling abusive narcissists. They love doing this, especially if they have any kinds of like connections to authority or the police. They will weaponize these resources with a vengeance. It is terrifying. And you said Sigma biatch. Is a Sigma like the in-between of an alpha and a beta? Is it like the switch of the dominance world? Yeah, Olivia is definitely, what was her name from that one stream? Like Samantha or whatever, but with a new handle. I'm convinced. But I don't mind getting trolled if I'm getting paid to be trolled. Pop off. Most people just troll me for free, you know? Okay. One last update for now, but this was only posted 2 days ago, so I'm actually just gonna go ahead and follow this entire account because I'm invested now. This was posted to r/mildly infuriating. And it reads, my unhinged ex-friend booked the same flight as me to join me on my solo trip. Like, I would be fully worried that I was about to be axe murdered, 100%. For real, Punslinger, like, maybe we are past restraining order at this point. Like, yeah, dude, don't make me bring a bodyguard on my trip. That's really terrifying. I already posted about this girl a few times. It all started when she got upset that a guy, her friends with benefits, showed interest in me. She sent me a bunch of racist, hurtful texts making fun of me and my hobbies and everything. We fell out, of course, but then a few days later, she drunkenly tried to climb into my place through the window to apologize. I'm sorry, what? You left that part out. You simply said she came to your house, which I was like, that's weird. But she tried to get in through a window? This is why we love our Second Amendment here in America, because, no, I have been proven to react very strongly to people coming into my house in the middle of the night when they are not supposed to be. I have been known to have quite an adverse reaction, as do many people, so she is looking to not breathe, I guess, quite frankly. It goes on. I booked her an Uber from her phone that night, and the next day she turned up at an event I went to. She's literally following my every move, and when I went to the local authorities, they basically said they can't do much right now. So that was my experience, actually, when I ended up needing to get a restraining order against a person who was also doing this type of stalking, insane, Looney Tunes behavior on me. When I went to the authorities, they did not do anything. The cops did not help, and that was when I learned that the proper recourse was filing for a personal protection order, and that was when mine was granted ex parte, meaning without trial, meaning there was so much evidence that a judge was like, oh, easy, like easiest decision of my life. Did this individual still attempt to fight that restraining order, show up and then go absolutely so unhinged in the courtroom that she had to be held back by multiple other lawyers? Yeah, that also happened, but my restraining order was obviously held in place after that. So I have some familiar knowledge with this, and she definitely needs to go filing like yesterday. This continues, though. I'm going on a solo trip soon, and she seriously effing booked the same flight and dates as me. She even booked a hotel that's close to mine. She knew about this trip before we fell out, which is how she knows all the details. So basically, I'm going to have this deranged lunatic following me across the globe for God knows what reason. And we have more texts. So don't worry, audio only crew. I've got it on screen, but I'll go ahead and read it. Please don't take this the wrong way, bestie. She really is trying to have death by ex-best friend. Like, you know how some people try to antagonize cops and it's like a version of self-deletion that they call death by cop, because it's when a person basically tries to commit crimes to the point that they make the police feel so threatened that they unload on them and they perish. Like, she's trying to do that, but with her ex-best friend. Like, she's trying to aggregate her to homicide. Like, that's what she's trying. Bestie, are you kidding me? Those are death words. Like, you are basically like, let's just do an old cowboy draw. Like, it's time to just settle this in the streets. Bestie, are you out of your mind after all that? You cannot go from Jap Latina mutt to bestie under any timeline. You say one and then the other will never happen again. What are you talking about? This wall of text goes on. I told you already that I'm sorry for everything that went down. I was very emotional during that time, and it was wrong of me to spread negative energy and vibes like that. I'm so sorry for the negative vibes, babes. I'm so sorry that your feelings were hurt and I said things to you that I should never say to a friend. I'm sorry for calling you a ghetto porn star Barbie and autistic. Never mind. I need that on a t-shirt. I'm sorry I called you a ghetto porn star Barbie and autistic. Sorry. Or I should just have ghetto porn star artistic Barbie on a t-shirt. Like, I'm feeling so integrated and inspired by this right now. I think going to where they're traveling to together can be the start of our healing journey together. I really want to make this work. I couldn't get the seat next to you, but I'm behind you at least. It's going to be so much fun if you just relax and focus on the positives. She's gonna wear your skin suit, girl. She is going to have a little zipper and wear you like a snuggie. You better run. That's one of the things that are wrong about you. You always focus on the negatives. This could be a fresh start to our friendship. I'm not willing to throw away 3 years of knowing you. Please, bestie, you know you mean so much to me. It's gonna be so fun. Just don't fuck nobody without telling me, bestie. Girl code. I booked a hotel close to yours. Love you, sis. Why did, like, so now she's not even allowed to have sex with other people without her ex-best friend's permission? What? Huh? This was going to be a surprise, but I wanted to let you know so we can hang out day one. Like, I don't want to waste any time. This is going to be the best journey ever. Love you so much, sis. This is going to be one of those like really terrifying Reddit rabbit holes where like 4chan's going to have to solve this and like find their coordinates. Like, she better have Find My on or something. Like, no, cause no, I'm a But what if she has a point? Like, what if this girl is just being like really close-minded? I mean, really think about like, she really sounds like she's a deeply integrated therapist who has done lots of therapy. And so I really do think that this is a lot more nuanced, and that if we try to shove the situation into a black and white, we might be robbing these people of the experience of a lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, some people never truly find themselves until they stalk an illiterate Nazi racist. No, sorry, get stalked by an illiterate Nazi racist across an entire country after receiving almost incredibly threatening behavior on your life. I mean, who are we to make anybody feel ashamed for that? You know, she doesn't need to feel ashamed right now, because if we shame her for trying to break in through someone's window and threaten every personal security they have, then she might hurt herself. And then that blood would be on our hands, right? Hashtag Chelsea logic. Bestie put the lotion in the basket. Okay, Olivia, I'm sorry I ever called you a troll. You're such a real one for that. You might be the cuck master, but you're a real cuck master. Oh, wow. So that's all we have so far on this one. I I'll check the comments to see. What's this? Oh? Well, now this is some tea. Okay, you know how I told you guys this was all written by Finisher Car 1? That was the name of the user. Now look at this shit. Look what I just found. Posted 4 hours ago. Am I overreacting for exposing Finisher Car 1? Oh my god, okay, it's not over. It's not over. Man, I am really quick at getting right to the next part of the rabbit hole, apparently, because, like, this is all shit happening, like, in real time. Oh my god. Okay, so this person says, so Finisher Car 1 is a Reddit user that posted an Am I Overreacting about 10 days ago and got over 50k upvotes for a fantasy story about her Nazi blonde friend that supposedly sent her a bunch of disgusting messages full of insults and racist slurs while OP valiantly defended herself and insulted Nazi back in a funny way that brought Reddit users some nice sense of vindication. She developed a real soap opera plot over different threads and different subs like a real Reddit celebrity. So in the last 10 days, we found out that OP and Nazi got into a fight over a rock boy. She's really good at these summations. That Nazi was dating, but he painted a beautiful painting of OP. OP is playing sweet and she doesn't understand a thing, but she actually low-key loves all the attention and talks about Rock Boy staring at her lips a bit too long, insinuating that he likes her and not her Nazi friend. OP also doesn't want to show the painting because she wants to stay anonymous, but on her AMA post she tells us that she is a 24-year-old Japanese-Brazilian adopted by a wealthy German couple that has 2 more bio sons, one younger and one older than our OP. This person really dove deep. Oh my god. Is anonymity really the reason OP is not showing us the painting? We then find out that Rock Boy in between actually likes OP. OP shows him all the messages that Crazy Nazi wrote. Rock leaves Nazi. OP thinks about what to do, but prefers to stay alone because if Rock Boy really liked her, he would not have fucked the Nazi first. Is there anybody just coming into this, like, right now? Like, walked into the revolving door at... the Rock Boy fucked the Nazi first and was like, do I stay or do I go back out? Just say this all makes sense, I promise. Story gets more intense and takes a scary turn as Nazi starts stalking OP, offering her threesomes, knocking on her window and door at night. Wait, did I miss the threesome part? Hold on. Yes, I did. Oh god, how did I not notice this? This update says, I honestly don't know how I ever befriended this girl. She also knocked on my door in the middle of the night to say sorry and suggested we do a threesome to make peace. Oh, okay, that's a very short post, but that is a new layer. A new layer. You know how we all just, whenever you, like, get into a little quarrel with your bestie, how you just kind of find someone in common and smash yourself together, clam style. Make a little clam Sammy. That solves all my friendship issues, you know? Jesus Christ. Asking her not to F anybody without letting her know about it, booking the same flight that OP booked for her pre-planned vacation alone, talking about her smelly vagina. OP believes her genitalia smells heavenly, though. I guess I missed that part. Must be in the comments. When asked about how Nazi knew which exact flight to book, OP explains how she screenshotted all of the details to Nazi as soon as she booked the flight way before when she started planning it, as all friends do, because she wanted Nazi to come with her. I don't know, but I think we usually just wait for the responses to book a flight with our friends if we want them to come with us. I don't know. This is like, I mean, it's a Reddit story, so its believability is already at an all-time low. But I will say, like, if you're thinking of traveling solo and you're, like, a single woman, I could see you being like, and if you want to, here's what I'm doing with a few trusted friends that you're seeing often. You know, that doesn't seem like the craziest thing in the world, but I can definitely say I've never sent my flights out to anybody besides my family who's joining me for the flights. They continue, anyway, there is so much more of crazy, but let's stop here. It was obvious from the beginning that OP has some serious issues, but Reddit gave them some strong reinforcement with over 100k upvotes on 2 most absurd and most obviously fake posts. One on Am I Overreacting and one on Mildly Infuriating. They all went so far as to downvote and insult anyone questioning OP's story. All of this is nothing, though, because Finisher Car 1 recently posted on r/offmychest admitting that she... apparently admitting that she R-worded somebody. yes, R-worded. Jay Presley, thank you for being awesome. Thank you for the most awkwardly timed super chat. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I don't know if she's our rock collecting autistic hero after all. This continues. It was obvious from the way she wrote about it that she still enjoys the idea and that there is no regret at all. She, of course, deleted her post as soon as she received some backlash, but there is still proof on Undit. I can't link it here, so I'll try to put it in my first comment. Is she just a pathological liar, or she's a pathological liar, a pervert, and a R-wordist too? Am I overreacting for seriously having chills of disgust from such Reddit users and investing my time to expose them? Should we just ignore such people, or it's okay to let them know that their behavior is unacceptable and we see them for who they are? So, I don't know how Undit works. I don't know how they were able to, like, link all of these things, post a screenshot of this, which was the original post, but not provide anything else. So that's quite a thing to say about someone, but damn. What? Someone in the comments said, I remember seeing that post when it came out. So that's at least one other person admitting that they did see the R-word expose. Now, can someone explain something to me? What is the point necessarily of quote-unquote karma farming? Is it that there are certain, like, permissions that you don't have until you have enough karma, and therefore certain subreddits that you can't post to or advertise in? And so there's just, like, I'm imagining the whole shtick here is that people post enough rage bait or crazy stories where they can be made the hero to where they get enough karma and then they can sell that account to, like, advertisers. Is that, do I have this correct? Am I kind of figuring this out? I have no idea what's going on in the comment section. I'll be honest. Let me see some of these other comments here. So actually, Finisher Car comes into the chat to defend herself. Let me see if I can, where else I can find her in here. Oh wow, I'm really going down a rabbit hole. I'll let you guys come with me. I won't hog the show. Just someone who writes stories. This is another one who actually saw it. The R1 read like a weird fantasy smut that you see everywhere on that sub. The other one, Revenge Corn. Neither post is true. Just trying to elicit different emotions from a variety of audiences. Weird as fuck, though. What a strange hobby. There's a lot of stuff that's been deleted. I called her out on her last update, too, but it didn't get much traction. As promised, here is the link. Oh, shit. Okay, we have it. Oh god, I don't know if I need to read this. We don't need to read it. But if you want to screenshot that, go back and read it. I'm not gonna read it. R-word story, but it exists. Okay, good. I got you the proof. There it is. Okay. Do you want me to read? I can, like, censor it. I can take it off screen and, like, do a censored version, but it's like, I probably won't enjoy. The farm bears no fruit. I read it as an AI piece of shiz. Alright, so here's where Finisher Car comes in. This makes no sense, though, and you lack consistency. So you don't believe the situation with my former friend, but you do believe the R-word story. But if I'm a liar, why would you believe any of what I say? Either my account is full of lies, and you shouldn't get worked up over a R-word, or it's not. So weird, to be honest. Just get a life. And that looks like it's just been downloaded to absolute hell, quite frankly. So which one is it? Are you an R-word or a liar? Because it's like, there's not many times that you want to be like, I'm just a liar. I am just a liar. But this is one of those times. Of course, if you are a liar, it doesn't matter if you say that you're not an artist, right? It's kind of the way that works. OP says, it's funny you should talk about things not making sense and lacking consistency. So are you an R-word or a pathological liar or both? They say, considering I was essayed at the age of 15, it's horrible to say I'd make light of essay. That's a weird way to call yourself an R-wordist. That's a really weird way. Like, yes, we all understand how the cycle of ABUSE works. Like, most of us kind of gather that. You know, I even told a story about it at the beginning. Like, yeah, honey, the reason that boy's calling you names is probably because someone calls him names. Like, that's usually the way that it works. But, as it turns out, I don't know who else needs to hear this out there, but just because you were essayed as a child, that's not like a get out of free card, or that's not like a get out of jail free card for you to then go on and essay people. Like, what? It doesn't minimize your crime at all. No one cares about the justification at that point. What happened to you is horrible. That doesn't mean, like, okay, then it's fine that I just did it to someone else. I don't care if you're autistic and like rocks anymore, man. That part of our friendship is dead to me. I can go find some other autist who likes rocks. My chat is full of them! I don't need you, finisher car one. And she goes on and just keep being like, I was essayed. I don't care if you believe me or not. See, this is what they do now. Like, this is so crazy. Like, now I'm starting to wonder if, like, she's the stalker friend in all of this, you know? If you don't believe me, just report my account and block me. This is weird and a waste of my time. I'm done responding when I get accused of lying about my essay. Have a good day. Wow. The turntables really turned there. Huh, Michael McIntyre says, off topic, FDA just banned red dye number 3. You know, and that's interesting, because that's even like pre-Trump administration. We were all like expecting kind of like major health changes post. But what foods have? It's the most popular question of the day. Let's find out what we can't eat anymore, guys. This is a fun way to enter in. So what exactly is red dye number 3, also known as FD&C red number 3 or erythrocene? It is a synthetic food coloring derived from petroleum. I'm sure that there's tons of stuff we eat that sounds scary, you know? Like half the bottom feeder fish we're eating is just like plastic, you know? So maybe it's not as scary as I think, but it's mainly like candies, frostings, frozen desserts, snack cakes. So like, oh no, my flaming hot Cheetos. Actually, that's probably one of them, honestly. Well, I think I got some palate cleansers for you, by the way. You need it if they start using beets or purple carrots. Yeah, like, oh no, now we're gonna have to like force to eat healthier stuff. I'm not like mad about this, I don't think. But let's get like a full list. Okay. Here's what's gonna be banned. TikTok, first of all, but also Pez, Double Bubble, Brax candy corn, Jelly Bellies, Trolley sour crunchy crawlers. Whew, this is getting rough already. Little Bites party cake, fruit by the foot, toaster pastry, so like all Pop-Tarts, cookies with red icing or decorations. I don't really like red icing anyway. It stains. It stains so easily, you know? Strawberry flavored milk, certain ice cream flavors and frozen yogurt, ice pops and frozen fruit bars, Dole fruit packs, maraschino cherries, those are weird anyway. Some fruit cocktails, the Yoo-Hoo strawberry drink, certain sodas and fruit flavored drinks, some cough syrups, gummy vitamins, Pediasure. Okay, I think honestly this is fine. We'll be alright. Yeah, have I been eating this shit? I've been eating this shit. I've been eating the hell out of some gummy worms. Will I be able to survive without it? Yeah, honestly, I don't like a lot of government overreach. You know, the less the government can be involved in, the better, in my opinion. But I think our diets do need to be regulated a bit. I don't think most of us know what we're fucking doing when it comes to feeding ourselves. Like, let's be very real. Most of us have not drank enough water today, and we've probably been eating like feral raccoons all week. Someone's got to tell us to put the fucking Twinkies down, man. Who the fuck eats candy corn? I love candy corn. I love that shit. I wish I still had some today. You know what sucks though? You know what I do hate? I hate the brown candy corn. What were you even trying to do it? Don't ruin a good thing. And I don't care for the pumpkins. They're like the fake candy corn, but they made it like dummy thick. I don't need that. I don't think we need the regulations, but the companies might. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Yeah. FDA definitely is helpful. I support people making sure that people aren't just feeding us like pure rat poison all the time. Like, at least filter out our rat poison a little bit, you know? Wow. This is just like yesterday, we managed to like fully jump through an entire rabbit hole. That was pretty impressive on this last one. So, oh my god, Barbecue for the win with another super chat says, as a non-American, all of these sound so buzzwordy. Also sent you mail with stuff. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do that. I was supposed to check my mail, wasn't I? Okay. Let's see here. The Sienna tea. What? I couldn't load file? There was a problem playing the video? Alright, I'll just download it. Let's see if I can get, what is this? What is this?
You wonder why I don't...
Okay. Let me see if I can pull up the Sienna tea for us. Who wants to see her, as a recap on who Sienna is, yesterday on live stream, we covered a girl who was showing how her ex-boyfriend, quote-unquote, ruined her life by moving out. We got a lot more context on that. It seems as though she's actually just kind of a chronic cheater, and that's kind of why her ex-boyfriend, who was already planning on moving out, moved out. She was trying to solicit more truck guys to her Snapchat, so this is what someone emailed me.
You wonder why I don't fuck...
Why would you not give me his Snapchat?
You wonder why I don't fuck you. Because you do shit like this.
What? You just take pictures of your friend's truck? My truck and his truck would look nice beside each other.
Go be with him then.
I told you, give me a Snapchat.
Go be with him.
Truck? I don't really go younger.
Shut the fuck up.
He's 19.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't really go...
Yeah, she's the problem. I get it. I'm so happy that that man ran for the ever-loving hills away from her. Like, as another quick recap, the man featured in this Snapchat is her new boyfriend, Dayton, who she's been dating for the entire 7 months that she's been sharing a bed with her ex-boyfriend. As soon as the ex-boyfriend moved out, she got Dayton's initial tattooed on her forearm with a heart around it, and then she immediately moved in with him and they immediately adopted 2 puppies. And that's how the relationship is going so far. They have known each other for 2 out of the 4 seasons in a year, have absolutely speed run this relationship. And now that they're all happily moved in together and tatted up and puppied up, she is hitting on his friends and trying to weaponize and tap into any insecurities he possibly can, because as she herself admitted yesterday, she is toxic and controlling. Well, color me surprised. And there's not even an OnlyFans? Like, she's not even monetizing off of this. She's just this unhinged and dramatic for free? Like, it wouldn't be excusable if she was making any money off of it, but it would make a little bit more sense. She is proof that even mid-girls can be crazy. There is no way of telling how crazy a person will be. Sometimes there's a window that you can tap into through the eyes, but ugly as sin, looking like a foot crossed over with a potato, middle of the road, hot as fuck. They all crazy out here, okay? There is no real way to know. As long as they have a truck. Yeah, the truck aspect was just... Truck is love. Truck is life. She wants Truck Shrek to take her to the truck swamp, baby. Yes, thank you, Gage, for the Cianity. I truly enjoyed that. That was delightful. Okay, Rana's just sent me an Instagram. I'm just gonna... Okay. Michael McIntyre, thank you. Rabbit hole tax. Sorry, Alice. Alright, I get that one. I get that one. Okay. Let me pull up this Instagram video y'all sent me. But you know Instagram is so annoying, so I have to, like, wiggle it around a little bit. Alright. So audio only, people. It looks like we are starting off this video with two fairly younger folks in a car eating some fast food. Before I even get into it, could never be me. I will say this is one area where I'm not a fun girlfriend. I know you guys think that I'm like, I've got it all figured out and I must be the most easygoing girl in the world. No, there are some things I'm not cool about. Eating in my car is one of them. Okay? If we're going on like a long road trip, then yeah, we probably have to eat in the car, but like, if we're going out to eat, let's eat in the building. Why are we sitting in the car in the parking lot eating? That's never gonna be me. I hate this. Oh god, how do I even say this? DJ Omnificent? I think DJ Omnificent. I'm an idiot. Sienna trying to coach more bodies than Truck Coon. Do I even want... Is looking up Truck Coon going to be as dangerous for me as that Adam Sins guy that you had me Google the other day? That got dangerous, okay? Lovey says you gotta be hot if you're that crazy. I mean, it helps. It's certainly... Being hot certainly buys you time if you're crazy, if anything. It at least buys you time. Okay. Let's watch this video. These freaking degenerates eating in their car. Shout out to all the truckers in my chat eating in their car right now, pissed at me. Like, shut up, Lauren. You don't know culture. This is fine dining. Okay, let's play it. Oh.
What the hell?
Sorry, let me restart it. I thought I unmuted it, but I guess I didn't. Alright, she's reaching for one of his fries. Oh, he slapped her hand.
What the?
But it was like lightly. He didn't like full on cold clock her or nothing. Like that was not dangerous at all.
What the hell?
You say you ain't want none.
I can't have one fry?
No.
You have a 5-course dinner meal right now, and I can't have a single fry.
When I went in there, you said you was not hungry. You already had your little food bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have like...
Oh yeah. Apple fruit.
I want that.
You like apples.
Are you calling me fat?
You like apples, you could use some of those.
No, I want a bite of that. I want...
Oh, dude!
Okay, so now it's like transitioning to a different couple. This is almost like a eating in the car with your girlfriend montage, I guess. Truck-kun is an animal trope. Sorry, I missed it. It went away. I tried. I was focusing on the fast food eating in the car. Okay, so situation number 1, where they go and get food and she's like, no, I'm good. Nah, that's on you, bro. Because, like, I've been there before where it's like, we're all going out to eat and like I did already eat, so I'm actually good, and like it's not even gonna taste good later, so I'm fine. And then like, you know, the homies, we stop and get the fast food, and then we arrive at our destination and they eat their food, and then I'm in a place where I can go do other stuff, you know? But you take her out to get food and then you just sit there and eat it in front of her. Like, that's weirdo behavior. Olivia, what is this music? Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's like they're trying to make it like ominous for some reason, like something scary is happening. I don't know why. But yeah, for the first situation, like I would be more willing to be on his side about like the no, you can't have a single fry, even though you like, because you said you don't want any. If he wasn't just like making her wait for him to eat. And obviously a lot of these are sketches anyway. The animal trope of my story started when I got hit by a truck and died. Oh, like in Yu Yu Hakusho and in Yokai Watch with Jibanyan. Yeah. Okay, I understand, Truck-kun. I get it. I don't know why it's called that, but I get it now. Thank you for the secondary explanation, Cheer. But, okay, so yes, for first situation, I agree too. It's also like, don't... But here's another rule too, guys. Like, in addition to like, don't take your girlfriend to go get food and then make her sit there and watch you eat. Like, just don't put anybody in that situation. That's weird. But also, like, if your girl does say, no, I'm good, that's a lie. I'm sorry. Yes, do I advocate for clear communication? Absolutely, I do. And if any women are watching, like, just tell the man you're hungry. Men love a hungry woman, okay? Men love when a woman can eat. They are not trying to go out to eat with you and watch you like pick at a salad. It's like the most annoying thing in the world. Tell the man you're hungry. He doesn't care. He wants to feed you. Just do it. Like, that's my advice for the women. But my advice for the men is if she says she's not hungry, that's a fucking lie. She's lying to your face. Just get her the food or else you're going to have to deal with a grumpy bitch, quite frankly. It's just going to happen. I'm sorry. Moving on to the next situation. I don't know how we even got here. I don't know why he has food and she doesn't. There's been no clarification on whether or not she was given an opportunity to order. But even if she was, I don't like her attitude. You know, I don't like his either. What do you mean by take the apple, you like apples? Did you just show up with food and you don't want anything? But also, all he has is a burger and apple. What, you want to leave him with the apple? What is this? I want that. I want that. I'm sorry, are you 4? Have we not learned basic manners beyond preschool? Who raised you? Who are you to just show up and be like, I want your food. Give me your food. Give it to me. Like, ew. That's no wonder he's tired of you. Okay, so now we've got a new situation. This one looks weird because it looks like she's getting into the car and he's already eating. It's like, again, like, don't put people in situations where they have to watch you eat, but they don't have access to food. In general, avoid that. It's weird. It's just not cool. It's like, yeah, it's pretty cringy. Like, I just feel like a basic part of humanity is if I'm eating, you are eating. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're my enemy, like if you're literally my enemy, I'm not necessarily going to go out of my way to make sure you have a 5-course meal. But if I see you starving, yeah, I'm not going to eat in front of you, you know? Like, but if you're my girlfriend, I'm going to pick you up. No, I'm not going to be smashing my face. And then you're like, oh, did you get anything from me? And I'm like, oh, what is that? Bro, no. I don't think they're real either. But I'm just going to react to them and as they are because just so we can learn from them, you know? And because you sent them to me, so I react to them. That's the theme of the stream.
What the hell?
Alright, now why is she being so aggressive, though? I mean, I know I just said, like, it's not cool to roll up eating, but, like, you didn't even ask, did you get me something? Why are you just automatically mad? Unless it's, like, her car and she's letting him drive it and he's getting mayo all over the steering wheel. I don't know. He looks messy.
You got your cell phone and you didn't get me any?
Oh, yeah, that's a light bag.
Hello? Can I?
Okay, she's in the
room.
Oh, he's an asshole.
Babe, curly fries are my favorite.
I didn't know you were hungry.
You should have asked.
You were at home with there's food.
Oh, he sucks. He sucks, dude. Nah, because if you thought I was going to defend that dude, really any of these dudes, this is one of those, like, rare situation where every dude is in the wrong. She's, like, he's more in the wrong than her for this one because he's, like I said, he's just making her sit there and wait for him to finish eating. Like, of course she's going to want to snack on something, even if that wasn't her original intention. You know, monkey see, monkey do. We want to engage in the culture of food together. What is this I eat by myself, you watch me eat? Guys, come on. What the fuck? That was goofy, dude. Ho's mad? I am a mad ho, quite frankly. That one I didn't like it. I didn't like that. But thank you, Ron G. Chaos Shadow, for the submission. Okay, this is an email from Benjamin saying he had to leave, or Gus, actually, as you know him in the chat. Okay, let's see. Anything else we have? Linus sent me something. All right, we got some stuff from Instagram. Sent you an email. Okay, let's react to a couple more videos. Blind react time. Is this licensed music? Okay. Says, my boyfriend might not buy me flowers often, but he'll always make sure to get me any food craving I have. Wow, so this is like the opposite of those douche canoes from the last video. I don't know if it's licensed or not. Okay, a little wholesome break. See, but now this is kind of weird because, like, this is almost a compliment. You know what I mean? Like, this is like a backwards compliment. This is like when people are like, oh, wow, you actually look good today. What is that supposed to mean? Like, why couldn't you have just posted, I love my boyfriend because he always makes sure to get me any food I'm craving. Like, aw. But, like, it starts with, my boyfriend might not do this, but at least he does this. You're negging. Why are you negging your boyfriend? And, like, this has gotten so many upvotes. People are like, oh, he's such a great man. This is so great. You're so lucky. But, like, this is the bare minimum scraps for compliments and appreciation men have to go off of. Like, at the drop of a hat, he will literally cater to every single craving you have. And I'm not even seeing a hashtag pregnant on here. So you're just a basic unpregnant bitch getting absolute princess treatment. And you're like, but I could use more flowers, though. Was that why you sent this one to me, Girthy? Is that why? Because you knew I would notice that? Or did you think that this was going to be purely wholesome and you didn't even catch that in the beginning? Like, let me see here. Now we've got girls, like, competing in the chat. This girl says, he gets me both whenever I ask. Ooh. See, your man needs to step up. That's so, imagine, this is crazy. This is a crazy example of woman culture, actually, that you sent this to me. Because imagine, like, you have been on top of it to the point where, like, your girlfriend is almost starting to take advantage of you. That wasn't your video? Oh, sorry, I messed up my submissions. My bad. Okay, well, Linus, if you're listening, I'm curious to know if that's why you sent this one to me. But, like, imagine that you have been so on point with your girlfriend. Like, she calls you, she's like, babe, I really want some Chick-fil-A. And you go and you wait in that long ass fucking line and you get it for her. And she's like, baby, thank you. And then later on in the week, she's like, ooh, baby, I really want some steaks. And so you cook her up some steaks. You even add the Brussels sprouts. She's like, baby, thank you. You're going all out. And it gets to a point even where she's like calling you while you're at work, knowing that you're working a double. And she's like, baby, can you please come home with some Applebee's? And he's like, man, we've eaten out a lot this week. And also, like, you're home right now. You could pick it up for both of us. And then I could have a hot meal when I get home. And she's like, but I don't want to, babe. And you're like, okay, I got you, bet. You go home, you're doing all this. You make it happen. And then you see her post this. And she's like, he might not buy me flowers, but at least I have this. Do you think women would take it as a compliment if a man was like, my wife might not iron my shirts right, but at least she makes a decent bean dip? He would be crucified. Like, they would literally, in no time, that both the House and the Senate would vote to bring back crucifixions, and that man would be lugging his cross in no time. Like, they would be like, all right, wear your crown of thorns, bleed out, buddy, because you did this to yourself. What do you mean she doesn't iron your shirts good enough? You know, I don't get the obsession with getting flowers. That's the fun part. Would you like to know the secret behind the obsession of getting flowers? It's the same reason that we have to have a spotless beige house. It's the same reason that we have to make sure that everything is Instagrammable and Pinterestable at all times. It's the same reason that we have to spend hundreds of dollars on nails and lashes and hair. It's because women have built an unsustainable, competitive social system between ourselves that we are having a very difficult time dismantling because we exclusively want to blame the patriarchy and don't want to do the inner work. Oopsie, said the quiet part out loud again. Oh no! But yeah, it's amazing when we as women realize, like, hey, you know what's fine, actually, if, like, we occasionally leave dishes in the sink overnight so that we can just go sit on the couch with our family and do nothing and just enjoy each other outside of our homes looking picture perfect. Like, do you know it's okay if, like, your nails are actually, like, chipping a little bit or, like, not having any acrylic or, like, all of these things, you know? But we are constantly trying to compete with these superficial standards that other people are creating for us, and it's made worse by the fact that women will also put each other down for accepting anything less than that. I cannot tell you how many people, like, how many women creators out there, big names with, like, blue check marks and millions of followers, are like, if a man asks you to pay 50-50, he hates you. Not even, like, keeping in mind that, like, men are simply, most of these 50-50 men are simply asking that you pay approximately half of the lifestyle that you choose to commit to. Like, when you buy a home together, like, ideally both people are contributing to the mortgage, the water, the electricity, and yet majoritively it's men who are expected to pay for dates. Most men don't even ask women to pay for half the dates. And so it's like, how is it so horrible that we ask you to, like, pay literally half of the water bill that you would have had to pay without having a boyfriend anyway? Like, if you didn't have a man, you'd have these bills. He's not giving you anything more, like, any more burden than you would already have just by not paying 100% of your bills. But this is what we convince each other of. And in this case, it's like, we have these women out here who are like, my man buys me flowers every week. And then that gets in our heads. And we go home and we're like, well, her man buys her flowers every week. Why don't I have flowers? And it becomes a stupid competition that we don't even need. Doom for Zombies, thank you for another super chat. I thought it was more, I don't need flowers because my man does this. And that could be it. I guess that could be it. Maybe I'm just cherry picking and she had it, but look at these comments. I don't care. I want my flowers. These girls are like, oh, that's not good enough. I need both. It's not abnormal for women to buy their boyfriend gifts. No, it's not. That's true too, especially these days. I never thought about it like that. Can't relate. These comments are crazy. One thing my man is always going to do is make sure I eat, honey. Love the flowers too, though. Mine does both. Mine does both all the time. You see what I mean, though? Like, why do you even have to come in here with your energy? Like, maybe she invited that on through the captioning, but weird. Imagine the gender swap test. Guys bragging over how many BJs they get from their wife. I'm sure that does happen in certain spaces, quite frankly. Alright. Linus sent me another one. Oh boy, what's this about to be? Nah. Dude, okay, no, I'm not opening the Sun stream. Linus, I love you, buddy, but I gotta teach you guys discernment. I gotta teach you guys what bait and traps look like. Alright? I'm gonna give you one quick key. If the caption says, link in bio for more content, what does it mean, chat? Tell Linus, because he doesn't know yet. When they have the little broken chain link in their bio, when they have the little spicy pepper, what does it mean? Thank you, Girthy. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you. I'd die of shock if I got flowers, Michael McIntyre says. It'd be nice. Guys like flowers. Say in the chat real quick what your favorite flower is, by the way. I'm curious. I don't even see this Joe guy. Am I missing something? Gotta scroll up a little bit. Joe, who you pissing off? Okay. Is it mommy issues? Is that what's going on? Y'all can email me about your mommy issues. Ask Tuodros. I don't know where he's been, but I'll help y'all work them out in private. We don't need to make the chat mad. We like lotuses, lilies, blue bonnets, confetti rose, Easter lilies. Ooh, hibiscuses, forget-me-nots. I like forget-me-nots because they grow naturally too. Joe has been bullying me. Stop it, Joe. Olivia is the financial supporter. This is the financial backbone of this of this stream. I love orchids, but they're expensive. And worse than expensive, they're like impossible to keep alive. That's why I visit the local greenhouse for my orchid fix, because I could not. My favorite type of orchids are dancing ladies. They're the orchids that look like actual, like, honestly, Slavic women in dresses dancing. Link in bio basically means they wish they were TJ Thoughts but couldn't get TJ and are settling for noobs. 10 out of 10 definition, quite frankly. How do you guys even know these many flower types? Dude, I feel like I need to hand over my girl card because I didn't know half of these ones, honestly. I'm confused. That Chick-fil-A line is no joke. When it flows into the main road, I call it the Chick-fil lane. That's funny, Gus Batista, who's still keeping up somehow. Girthy, where is yours? Maybe I opened it? Is it from Jeremy S? Oh, dude, you sent me some ABBA and Preach. I've reacted to ABBA and Preach on stream before. I do like watching ABBA and Preach on here. But I don't see any more submission links. I don't know if I'm just... Oh god, is someone getting racist in the stream now? Oh god. It's all happening too fast. Too many flowers for me to find the racism. I've had worse problems. Lupines. All I can think of is werewolves when you say that. Okay. Man, that's crazy that was like our first Reddit story and it took us so far. It brought us all the way to 146. Do I have one more nice girls in us? I'm still here. I'm just broke, he says, while still giving me money. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you though. I know $2 is everything to a poor man, dude. Trust me. I'm like, one thing I'm really happy about is like, even though I'm definitely a lot more comfortable in my life, like, there are some people who think that I'm like filthy rich off YouTube. Like, one of my daughter's classmates asked me if I own a Cybertruck. No, I don't really got it like that for real, for real. Like, I basically like when I left my job, it was basically just a pay bump. Like, it wasn't like a radical change in lifestyle, but I've been so poor before. So like I still look at like $25 as a huge investment. And I hope that never changes. I know even if I could afford a Cybertruck, I would spend that money so far elsewhere. So let's cap off this stream with a little post from r/nice girls. You know I love the nice girls subreddit. It's so funny. Yeah, it was Abba and Preach. Okay. We won't have time today, but maybe one of these days we'll do a long form one. Because as I check my slop itinerary, as I like to call it, there was some long form stuff that I thought about getting into. Like, I've thought about having like a body cam day. I've thought about doing Family Court Friday where we actually react to some cases. There's a few that I've like thought about doing if you guys want to react to some more long form stuff. But let's get into this r/nice girls real quick. On my stent stream, maybe. That's when we could do it. Yeah, the Family Court stream. I've thought about doing like Family Court Friday. I don't even know if Friday's the best day to stream. I think you guys tend to prefer the Wednesday, Thursday time if I've like paid attention to trends enough. But I just like the name Family Court Friday. It just flows the best. I don't want to have Family Court Tuesday. You know what I mean? I don't know why you guys are talking about BJs in the chat, but I will agree with Jenny. I don't like to consider like any kind of sexual favor, even though that's like a word they use for it, as to be like an actual favor or like a gift. Like, it's so cringe to me when people are like, and for your birthday, you're gonna get some sucky. Like, why are you making it like contingent on certain things? Like, can we not JavaScript sex? Can we not if then sexual activities? Can we just go back to like pure raw carnal fucking without thought or decency the way God intended it? Like, we don't, let's not do that. Like, even TJ will sometimes joke about like if I make a joke and I guess I make a joke, but if I make a comment like, I don't know what to get you for your birthday, or I don't know what to get you for this, or I'm still waiting on a gift for you from this, like TJ will occasionally make a joke like, I know something you can give me to hold me over. And even then I'm like, babe, I would never do that as a gift. And he's like, I know. You know, it is cringe. To be fair, I did that for him once. You know what would be a real gift though, is like maybe for one birthday you don't bang another dude. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm half kidding. Oh my god, barbecue for the win says, I'm only almost broke, so I can make it rain. Did you buy TJ dice? I see you saw one. The other one might be for those who want to dig a bit. You mean like submissions that you sent in? I have not bought TJ dice. If I buy TJ dice, they're gonna have to be like extremely fancy dice because TJ has all of the dice. Like, we have gigantic bowls of every color dice you can imagine. So many different like cool designs. Like, you have to understand, I've been with this man for 10 years and he has been obsessed with Dungeons and Dragons for that entire decade. I have given this man so many dice of all kinds of different meaningful color combinations. Like, now I have to start getting insanely good at this. Like, I have to like pay someone to, like, you know how they have like those glass balls that you can like put in a photograph inside of somehow? Like, I have to like put like me inside of the dice at this point. Like, we gotta go real crazy if we're gonna get TJ some new dice. Will I be streaming tomorrow? No, I'm going to spend the rest of the week editing, cleaning my house, and maybe even just actually relaxing, but unsure. The jury is out on that one, so it's very difficult for me to do, quite frankly. But the 3 streams in 1 week has been fun. I will definitely see about trying to stream as much as I can next week too, especially because I'm trying to like get as much as I possibly can in before I'm all just I almost said before I'm all knocked up. There's still time in the year, okay? I'm getting off that Accutane, so, Anyway, my son makes dice. Email me. Email me his contact. I have some donos to spend. Hanging out with us is not relaxing. Man, now when I have to endure some of this colossally unhinged stuff, sometimes my blood pressure is raised. Anyway, let's read this r/nice girls. This reads, am I the asshole? I thought we were friends. We met on Hinge about a year ago. After one date, I knew it wasn't anything serious, but we got along, so we'd continue to hang out sporadically. We never made any physical contact, except to hug when getting and saying goodbye. Maybe like when greeting and saying goodbye, they meant to say. I'd call her dude, bro, man, etc. I even went so far as to ask her one time if I could talk to her about girls because we're friends, and she gave me the all clear. I'm not sure how my intentions weren't clear. She turned pretty quickly once I laid out that we're just friends. And I guess we're not friends anymore. Let's bring up the screenshots. So, oh my god, barbecue for the win. So you're telling me he needs more. You guys understand my husband better than I do sometimes. Like, who am I to stand in the way of TJ getting more dice? Who am I, Dyson Airwrap guy? Yeah, me and TJ will call each other bro sometimes. But it's like not like we're calling each other bro. Like, he'll even say, like, sis to me sometimes. It's just like, I don't know. It just comes out. Just pops out a little. Doom for Zombie says, I've seen some crazy dice that aren't trad dice. They don't stay home and cook. I knew what you meant. Yeah, there's some really cool ones. People are starting to like put moss inside of them. I have some that are like literally jingle bell dice. They're really fun and heavy. You are dice enablers. I'm a reindeer. It also always makes me laugh that your username is literally I'm a reindeer and then it's a reindeer as the profile picture. Like, that's expected, but it's still funny every time for some reason. Oh, Levi doesn't own dice. Someone dice up Levi. Okay, so this text message, I actually have to shrinky dink it down. I think I made it a lot bigger for when we were Instagramming. All right. So he's responding. Oh, wow, okay. So I will say, off the bat, he's like, we're just friends. I've never given her any reason to think anything, but saying dragging these nuts across your face that's a weird thing to say to a friend. Like, I also don't think it's sexy or like necessarily flirtatious, but that is a weird thing to say. What are you saying? Revolver and bullet dice are banging. Oh, yeah, I have seen those. And a dice wand. Ooh, yeah, the dice towers get really creative. She says, haha, no, why were you up all night? He says, I was with a girl, exclamation points. That's even weirder to say if you're like just wrapping up a night with a girl. Like, if I was a girl and I was seeing a guy and I like, you know, like, I'm not trying to go through his phone or anything, but if I look over his shoulder and I see like this is how he's texting with another girl, I'd be like, what is this? Looking in with Victor B says, to evolve your dice goblin into a dice dragon. That is true. If TJ was a dragon, that is what he would hoard, for sure. Dylan says, Lauren is friend shaming us. How dare you tell us we can't drag our nuts on a friend's face? the nut dragger and the wife. There's an endless supply of these versions, dude. So she, exclamation point, reacts the I was with a girl bit. And then does like the face. She says, I don't want to know, but I hope it was fun. He says, ha ha ha, It was fun, but I didn't sleep. She says, nice. Can I ask you a question that I don't know how to ask? He says, yes. She says, was it a romantic hangout? He says, it was, yes, we made out. LOL. She says, oof, okay. I know we've never made out, but this is strange for me. I've had kind of romantic feelings for you, I guess, but I'm the one who asked, so my bad. I'm going to exit now, and then does like the Homer Simpson falling backward into a bush meme. Sorry if I ever read anything wrong. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is pretty nice girl behavior. This is one of those, like, no matter what your gender is type thing. Like, one one of the best skill sets for anybody to have is learning to take L's with grace. Like, if I ever, like, make courses one day, that would be one that I could probably do, like, an entire hour-long course on, is, like, learning how to handle rejection with grace, because this is a life skill that goes so far and beyond just romantic connections. Like, you're gonna face so many different kinds of rejection, and the more gracefully you can take it without guilting the person or aggressively reacting or even passive aggressively reacting, the more respect you will build as a person, the more confidence you will build as a person, you know? So, like, the whole, like, sorry, I can't be her is like, oh, don't do that. Like, if you are dealing with any kind of rejection, don't dive into self-deprecation. You're gonna ruin the friendship no matter your gender. Hold on, I missed a couple super chats. I know I missed some cheers too, sorry. Olivia, isn't the Nut Dragger literally a Christmas play? Yeah, it's put on by the Rockettes, which are not women who dance. They come out with their rock collections while the Nut Draggers also perform. Michael McIntyre says, don't dice block. Bad, Lauren. I know. I hate to get D-blocked, so I get it. I get it. Okay. He says, oh, fuck. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I do care about you. I always thought we were just friends. She says, it's okay. He says, well, it's kind of rude of me. I'm sorry for bringing it up. So he's, like, being nice about it, you know? I messaged on IG about dice. Nice. Okay, I'll keep an eye out. She says, it's fine. I should have just read the situation better. Oh, so she's in Eeyore mode. She is just apathy incarnate, which is like, I get it. Like, it sucks to, like, see someone you like with someone else, but, like, especially when you've been so lazy with making a move. I'm sorry, but women can miss opportunities too. Okay? You missed your shot. Nice, baby. Do. I see what you did there, Victor B. I appreciate that. Okay. He says, I'm sorry again. She says, no need to apologize. I wouldn't have invited you to my sister's wedding if I had known the feeling wasn't mutual. I guess I should have brought it up beforehand, but that's on me. Have a wonderful day. Oh, God. Like, yeah, now she's, like, really laying on the guilt trip extra thick. And the reason that this is just so cringe is you never, ever, ever want to be in a position where you have to guilt someone into dating you. That's so beyond down bad. And, like, unfortunately, this goes even for married people. This is one of the main reasons that a lot of people don't end up divorcing the wrong person when they need to, because a lot of us take our loyalties so seriously, and we're so dedicated with so much of our personality being built off of being a good partner, being a committed, loving partner. And so there are a lot of people who their spouse is like, hey, I'm not in love with you anymore. I've actually cheated on you with someone else, and I think it's time we split. And they go, no, I can fix this. Like, I can make this work. And it's like, while that's admirable to an extent, it's like, if you have to beg them to stay with you, is that really what you want? Like, I get it. I get why someone would want to fight for their family. But at a certain extent, it's like, you don't ever want to have to beg someone to stay with you. You really just don't want to be there, you know? Let's see. Joe, you gotta let Olivia live her life, okay? Let me just step in and play mom to the kids in the chat real quick. I'm not just showing preferential treatment to Olivia because she's given me dollars, okay? That's not the only reason. It helps, but it's not the only reason. Olivia has also been respectful and funny, and your kinks do not align with Olivia's kinks, but like, we also don't have to spend the whole chat being mad about it. You know what I mean? Until Olivia starts coming on here and saying some like absolutely like mean, terrible, shitty things. If she wants to turn her boyfriend into the sub cuck pay pig of her dreams, who are we to stand in her way? Who are we? Zachary Clark, stream idea. Lauren womansplaining the world of AMA. Oh, Lauren womansplains the world. Ask me anything. I think I've done similar stuff. I have like, especially if I'm ever doing a mobile stream, for example, like if I'm traveling and the only way I can go live is on my phone. One of the most fun ones that I had was actually when I was out of town at the hotel. I went live and we were just basically doing that, just yapping. That was a fun one, you know? Olivia says, no, it's not like that. Yeah, I might have exaggerated some details there. Anyway, back to Nice Girl Land. She's like, I wouldn't have invited you to my sister's wedding. And that's another thing, too, is like, I don't know. I don't think that it's necessarily like if you bring someone to a wedding that it has to be romantic. For a lot of people, it's like weddings can be really awkward if you don't have somebody to socialize with. So that can be like a big benefit to having a +1 is like single people should be allowed to bring friends to weddings so that they can also maximize their time. Like they gave you a +1, not a +1 but only if you have full romantic commitments to them. I know plenty of people who have brought other people to a wedding just as a platonic date. I don't think that he's necessarily like leading her on there. Plus she asked him. So it's not like he asked her. If he invited her to a wedding, I could understand the mixed signals a little bit more, but like, you didn't even kiss at the wedding, so like, let that be your sign. She says, oh, God, and then she does another thing that is like against the dealing with rejection well Bible and goes, is there something about me that makes me better as just a friend? Like, what quality about me is just a friend material? Like, what is it? Okay, let's get into this. I understand that we all want closure. We all want to understand, and like we all have those moments of like, why not me? But like, don't ask. Don't ever ask a person like, but what's wrong with me? Like, you're not really going to learn anything from that experience because that's such a subjective opinion that it's not often going to lead to anything like long term, unless it's like someone telling you like, I just think that you're like too aggressive or pushy or whatever. Like even then, like someone else might feel differently about those qualities. So like, don't ask. Don't ask, why don't you like me? Ever. Don't do it. Victor B. Olivia explained that she's a 20-year-old who asked a hypothetical trying to learn about men's preferences. Your woman-splaining target audience. Thank you, Victor B. Look at that. That's the thing about my chat, is like the regulars have each other's back. Even if you've only been a regular for 2 hours, you know? Don't ask questions you don't really want answered. I think she appreciates the range of opinions she's gotten, but I don't know if we have to keep piling on, as they say, you know? I hope you meet that goal, So Luna. That's a good one. I've just learned of the magic of refinancing this year, and it is a adult skill that we love to see. So anyway, she's like, what's wrong with me? And he goes, There's not something about you that makes you, quote unquote, just a friend. I just thought we were friends. I enjoy your company. I think you're really funny, so I want to spend time with you. But we've never had anything beyond that. You've never once said anything beyond being my friend. You introduced me to everyone as your friend. You made me a friendship bracelet. Oh God, so she really friend zoned herself. How do you meet a dude on a dating app and still like shoehorn your way straight into the friend zone like that? Oh man, she didn't even give herself a chance. Man, I'm wondering if there was even a time that he was like made a move and she still found a way to friend zone herself. Let's Levi, I'm irregular. Oh man, me and my husband have our pooping schedules down to a science, dude. We're so regular. Anyway. You made me a friendship bracelet. I asked you if I could talk to you about girls because I see you as a close friend, and you told me to go ahead. I could even give you pointers, I believe you said. Like, that's how friends talk, right? He's like now starting to gaslight himself. He's like, wait, am I an asshole? She goes, I mean, we met on a dating app, so I kind of always thought there was some sort of underlying attraction between each other and that maybe we were just too pussy to do anything about it. But like I said, it's on me for not clarifying. What was I supposed to introduce you as? This is blank. I've secretly thought about making a move on him every time we've hung out, but I'm too afraid. Is a relationship not built on friendship? I don't treat my friends the way I've treated you, but again, that's on me and a decision I made. That's actually, okay, so like let's examine that a little bit as well. So I think a lot of the best relationships are built on friendship elements, like being able to talk about things that aren't directly related to sex. Like, I don't think the relationship is going to work if it's based off of sex. Like, if that's the main way that you interact, that's what most of your social interactions are based around, like, that's the key to it. Like, if you're like talking about other things and hanging out as friends while having sex, then that's usually the best, right? But like, there is a point where you've gone too far into friendship land that like these people almost like kill off the idea of even being with you. Like, this actually usually happens for women faster than guys. Like, if a girl likes a guy and he doesn't make a move soon enough and he like lets himself retire into the friend zone, like, for a woman, they're like, okay, I guess he doesn't like me. And, you know, I don't know how fast it happens for guys, but I know that I've seen this with a lot of girlfriends, and I've seen guys like, wait, why doesn't she like me anymore? I'm like, because you just waited and she moved on, you know? But obviously that can happen with men as well. It's like after a certain amount of time when no move has been made, they like stop even thinking about it, you know? Like, this guy was actually being an actually good friend, and now he's getting punished for not secretly wanting her. Doom for Zombies, thank you for another dono. When I was in school, I got asked who I had a crush on by the girl I had a crush on. So I told her, by the girl, I had a crush on her, so I told her and she laughed. Okay, I think I read that right. Oh, damn, that sucks, dude. That's awkward. If it makes you feel any better, in the 8th grade, I changed schools to a brand new school where I didn't know anybody, and I had to basically make all new friends. And I was also changing from Catholic school, where I had to wear a uniform every day, to now being able to dress myself at a public school. And I grew up a poor child to, like, from an off-the-boat immigrant family, right? And so, like, I didn't have any money. So I showed up to this brand new middle school in a much more suburban, gentrified area, wearing my hair parted down the middle, very unflattering, like, side oval glasses, a face that resembled an extra-most bestest pizza. I showed how bad my acne used to be. I'm talking everywhere. Like, those commercials for Clearasil when they're showing like the worst case scenarios and there's like mountains of cystic acne coming off these people's faces. Yeah, that was me, baby. But also add an oversized Inuyasha t-shirt and like the most baggy flare jeans you can imagine with shoes that are like talking to you. And you have the perfect person to bully. So when I was in 8th grade, one of the most popular boys in the school asked me out as a joke, and I didn't know it was a joke. So I became quite the laughingstock to at least a niche group of people, but I will never forget this one girl named Brittany H. And she found me crying in the bathroom, and she was like, I know you're in there, and I just want to let you know that I think what Nate did was wrong and mean and cruel, and I'm going to do my best to tell people that you didn't even say yes to him. And I was like, I didn't even know this girl, dude. That was so nice. Anyway, later Nate ended up trying to fuck me when I actually got hot, and I was like, you fucking loser. I've been waiting for this day, and it felt so good. Felt so good. Who's the dumbass now? And then we became friends, actually. He became a good person. He apologized for everything. Still, never touched him with a 10-foot pole, but he did apologize. So thank you for that, Nate. Anyway, out of the Dadvocate lore, back in the hot pot. Okay. She continues on. Yes, I did say that, and kind of hurt me when I did, because I thought you kind of liked me at least a little bit and didn't know what to say, because then that makes me the weird girl who has a crush on her friend. I think being a girl who has a crush on her friend is very normal. How do we have so much in common? Aw, Samantha! Damn. At least we rose out of our awkward girl Stranger Things years, didn't we? The ugly ducklings really rise up, like in a way no one is ever really expecting. Like, we truly are that meme of be careful who you make fun of in middle school. That's us. I love it when bullies turn good. Yeah, he's like a really solid dude now. Like, he ended up marrying like one of the most beautiful, amazing women. And also I ended up becoming friends with like his whole family too. Like, I'm friends with his mom now. Like, I love his mom. Shout out Jennifer if you're listening. Shout out to your cats. Shout out Minnow. Yeah, I love them actually. They're really good people. I don't think be your friend and have you talk to me about other girls, and I frankly would be jealous for you to be in a relationship, so I'm going to cut this off right here so you can go and do you, and I'm sorry that I did not clarify this earlier. I mean, okay, this might devolve quickly as r/nice girls threads do, but at the same time, I think it's fair to like draw a boundary if you realize that you are maybe more romantically invested than the other person and be like, I'm so sorry, I thought we could be friends, but I can't right now. I think that's fair and not necessarily too nice girly yet, but you know, we've only gotten so far here. She goes on to say, thought we were too pussy to do anything about it. Now that I say it out loud, I get you were never into me and I'm actually something. And this is a one-sided thing I made in my mind, and I am sorry I did that, and I do totally get that it's something I made up in my head. Good night. I'm really gonna miss you a lot. Good luck. Okay. I think that's fine to say. Man, you guys are like talking about something deep in the chat. I have no idea right now. I'm like trying to be nosy and see what you guys are talking about, but I also want to finish reading this. Anyway, he responds, you aren't the first friend I've made on Hinge. Yes, it's a dating app, but you're not limited to dating someone or never speaking to them ever again. I don't treat you any differently than I do blank. I treat you like my friend. So they must be referring to a person in his life. If you didn't want me to talk to you about girls, why didn't you say something? I was literally asking if that was over the line. It was, apparently, but you told me it wasn't. I have to go off of what I'm presented. Yeah, that's gotta be really frustrating when it's like you feel like you're doing everything right and yet you're still getting in trouble for like stuff you couldn't have possibly really anticipated. I'm sorry. I really hope this isn't goodbye forever. I understand if you don't want to talk to me right now, or for the foreseeable future, though. I'm gonna miss you. She says, I treat you completely differently than I do my friends. I literally was like, oh, maybe we'll finally kiss on the Ferris wheel on Friday. I don't hang out with my friends every weekend or share a bottle of wine with them or cook meals for them. Never in my life met a friend off a dating app. I didn't say anything about it because I like you. It's not only that I don't want to hear about girls from you. I literally am and will be jealous of whoever it is that is more than a friend to you. Okay, so this is kind of like... I know she's going through it, but it feels like she's blaming him for not picking up on her subtle signals or for investing enough into finding patterns with how she does or doesn't treat her friends and then piecing together the puzzle from there. It's like she keeps sending out the accountability, but then reeling it back right away. You know what I mean? Because she's like, I made this up in my head and I shouldn't have projected that on you. But you also should have noticed and stopped me from doing that. Like, that's kind of how it feels, you know? I love Dylan's like, you don't cook for your friends? Yeah, you and my Italian husband both are like, ew. Gross. God. You know? Oh, man. I will say, though, I've kind of like been in her shoes, but I definitely handled it way better. But way back in the day, like baby Lauren, way before I'd even knew TJ existed. You know, he was out there getting other women pregnant at this time, okay? Sorry, just one woman that we know of, okay? Just one. But way back in the day, I had a friend, and it was like very similar where... like, we would, like, regularly go out to eat together and go to the movies together, hang out at each other's places. We would even, like, spend hours on the phone together. But none of us, like, we didn't flirt with each other. There was no, like, potent chemistry. But I was like, I really like him. Like, he's kind of cute, and we already have this dynamic. I'm gonna shoot my shot. And so I did. I, like, called him one day, and I was like, hey... I just want to let you know, I think I like you. I think I have a crush on you. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really not looking to date anybody right now. Like, I just see you as a friend. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. Like, that's totally cool. And then we remained friends. Like, everything was fine. I never asked, like, any more clarifying details. But, like, as someone who's literally been in this position, like, I kind of get it. I kind of get being like, oh, I kind of thought because of, oh, okay. But, like, again, because I handled it like a champion, we were able to stay friends. And, like, we built a really great friend group after that, where, like, tons of us all hung out together for years. I still consider him a friend to this day. It's not like we're, like, hanging out all the time. You know, we just live really far apart from each other now. But, yeah, did not deter the friendship whatsoever. I was just like, oh, okay, that makes sense. You gotta take your L's, you know? She goes on to say, what did you want me to say? You literally said in your message to me something along the lines of, I'm not asking you because I'm trying to see if you like me or whatever, but like, I do. It is goodbye forever because I do not want to just be friends with you. Then she continues it, like, I guess he didn't know what to say to that. She goes, I'm still so upset. I know you couldn't give a shit, but I hate feeling this way. Oh, God, no. This is like a quick guidebook for things to never do after getting rejected. Like, just take your L and go find something to eat. Like, go eat as much ice cream as you want. It's like getting a shot. Like, you got a shot. You deserve to go treat yourself and, like, have some you time to recover from this, okay? But don't make it this other person's responsibility to console you through it. Don't do that. Not the, I know you don't give a shit. Like, that's guilting. You're guilting this other person. You're making them the bad guy for rejecting you when they're allowed to. Then she responds, exactly, after a couple of hours have passed, again, manipulating him in the weirdest way, because she's like, trying to guilt him into dating her, essentially. Like, yeah, I bet you don't care about me. I bet you don't. See, you proved my whole point. Like, okay, enjoy your self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna go hang out with the cool girl, the actually cool girl he met instead. Then she responds the next morning, like, really thinking that this guy was gonna have a whole change of heart overnight or something. She goes, absolutely nothing. Thank you for making it that much easier for me to block your number. Oh, great. Now we're on the arc of it was my idea to actually reject you all along. Like, okay, Cope Master, whatever you need to say to sleep at night, which I'm sure she didn't. I'm sure she just stared unblinkingly at her phone and was like, you can't text yet. You can't text yet. Just wait for him to wake up. That's the one thing you can't do. Just wait for a normal time. Okay, 6:30. 6:30 is a fair time to wake up, but don't make it exactly 6:30. 6:31. Send. Like, that's what I'm imagining. She says, I really hope this isn't goodbye forever. No, you don't. You were fucking glad when I started tripping, I'm sure, and I've probably had the best week ever not having to deal with my dumbass bullshit. I know I'm a burden to have around, but damn. This is like one of the most baked nice girls I've ever seen. Like, this is a nice girl who has been cooked in the nice girl kitchen to completion, like cooked and stuffed with nice girlness. Good God. He says, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what I should say. You're not a burden. You don't have dumbass bullshit. Oh God, when a nice girl meets a nice guy, but like an actual nice guy. This is like also oh man. He's trying to be nice. He's like actually nice. He says, can I call you later today? She says, I don't know. That's it. You gotta play a little hard to get. That's really gonna win him back. Then she says, Merry Christmas. Then, whoops, spelled fuck you wrong. He says, Merry Christmas. Sorry for being a huge piece of shit. She says, apology not accepted. I want him to just go off on her, honestly. Like, this is what being too nice looks like. Like, I get that he's just trying to, like, maybe protect himself and his reputation or something, but, like, it's okay to call some girls bitches. Like, it's okay to just be like, dude, you're being a freaking bitch. Like, it is okay to do that and be like, I've tried with you. I have given you more grace and charitability than most men would. Like, you're a huge asshole. You're manipulative and you're treating me like shit. You're just straight up call her an incel. Be like, you are being an incel. This is incel behavior. You are trying to manipulate me into dating you and it's fucking cringe, dude. I gotta know, does this guy have any responses to the comments at all? Let's see. Oh my God. It's so sad to see guys be so cooked. He's like, you're right. I didn't have to get so defensive with her. You needed to get more defensive. Okay, then we do say, here's an update. I blocked her after her last message and will not be unblocking her. Okay. Good, because it's about time to end the stream and we really needed to end on like a happy note. It makes me so sad when we see guys like, and even women like wrapped up with toxic people, like just people wrapped up in a really toxic situation and it ends with them being like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been so mean. Maybe I should work on things. And we're always like, no, at least this time, finally, he's like, I'm done here. Oh, man. So that's that on that. That is a nice girl of the year. We gotta already give it to her, and we're only 15 days in. So congrats on that title. It's gonna be hard to beat, but I'm sure we will. Anyway, we'll leave the stream open for a final 5. If anybody wants to ask any last minute questions, bring up any last minute concerns, remember, make sure you send all of your submissions to lauren@dadvocate.net so that we can have more slop streams in the future. Make sure that you hit like. Do that real quick. After he stuck a fork in him 1,000 times, he realized he was done. It does take some guys a little bit more maltreatment than others to get it, unfortunately. Yeah, if anybody wants to make a last-minute massive dono for my nose surgery. Let me just subtle bag real quick. No, but truly, I'm definitely in my will not say no to any extra donos era. I'm never going to be one of those streamers that's like, come on guys, why have I only gotten this many? I need more subs, more subs. Like, I'm never going to be one of those streamers, but I'm definitely in my, like, this is going to be expensive as fuck, and I will literally be out of work for like 2 weeks and unable to produce content the way I usually do. So, like, if you want to help me, like, squirrel away some acorns a bit, I won't fight you on it. That's all. What are you guys talking to Olivia with? Oh, you guys are talking about who's more violent. Da-da-da. Guys, you're never going to change my mind on this. Men are more violent than women. Men are more violent than women. I don't want to hear about, no, like, but what about soft power? But what about the domestic violence rates between lesbians? Men are more violent than women. Guys, there are like unlimited studies to prove this. And saying so doesn't make it less true that women can be violent, doesn't mean that women cannot completely ruin men's life. Like, it's not an attack on men. It's just, that's just a fact, you guys. It's just, they are. They just are. There's a reason we aren't mass sending women to war, guys. There's a reason we actually try to avoid that, okay? Chaos Shadow, thank you for another one. I hope you have a handheld gaming system to pass the time after surgery. I do. I have a lot of plans in store. I'm gonna be playing some Switch for sure, but probably just watching YouTube content, honestly. I'm probably just gonna be like out. Do a gaming stream. I don't know. It'll probably be a mobile stream because I'm probably gonna have to be like posted up, elevated, uncomfy, off some kind of pain meds. I have a really high pain tolerance though, which makes me happy because I don't think that I'll ever become one of those people, like, knock on wood, because you never know, but hopefully I don't think I'll ever become one of those people who becomes like addicted to pain meds, because I have a really high pain tolerance and I've always avoided them for that purpose. Just Ricardo, thanks for the sub. Doom for Zombie says, have a good day, everyone. Social violence is still violence. Again, I completely agree. Like I said, me saying that men are more violent than women should not also translate in anyone's brain as women aren't violent, women don't have the propensity for violence, women don't commit mass violence, women don't have major issues that they contribute to. Like, that's not what any of that means. Just men are more violent. That's just true. Olivia, thank you, thank you. I think the difference is frequency of hitting versus total damage, how good you are at causing damage. I don't even think that's true. I think that men still swing more. I think that men have both a shots fired and hit ratio. I think that they have overall won in the violence camp. Just statistically proven it. I'm sorry. It's just true. It's just true. Again, it doesn't mean that women are safe. It doesn't mean that they can't do it. It's just not the most comparable thing. Sam says, Baldur's Gate 3 stream. That actually might be the time to do it. I, like, started making a character and then got sleepy, so I don't even think it ever saved. I've not gotten anywhere in BG3. I've had that thing downloaded for, like, over a month now. Jack says, Sim and I are struggling. Prayers, good vibes, please. Dude, absolutely. Are you guys still, like, sick, like, ill with, like, I think you guys said, like, the flu maybe, or is it like other stuff? Because I know y'all are always dealing with some shit, but either way, yeah, I hope you get out to the other side of that tunnel. Men aren't more violent, just more physical. Men are more violent. I'm sorry. This might be like my most controversial take. Like they're both. They're both physical and more violent. You think just slapping a guy isn't violent? No, like I said, women can be violent. Women do commit violence, just less than men. I'm gonna die on this hill fighting my own audience on this. I've never hit anybody. I love that for you, Olivia. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Honestly, the only times that I've ever laid hands on a person was consensually, you know? I do sparring, I do jujitsu grappling. We consent to every role. And I have punched a couple guys in the face on a dare. And again, I cannot stress enough, I was begged. The first time, I think I've told you guys before, the first time I ever moved out, I had all male roommates. Cue the misogynists and incels who were like, "'Cause you were a slut and you were fucking them all." Didn't sleep with a single one. Just the way it played out. But I did have all male roommates. And what was great about that was this was following me escaping one of the most violent relationships of my life, where I was literally stabbed by a man. My one roommate helped get me through knife exposure therapy and being able to be around men and understand that they're not all violent, you know what I mean? So that was a very good experience for me. But when I was living with all men, I'm trying to remember where I was even going with this. Oh yeah, the punching. One of my roommates got like super, super drunk, and he was like, "Lauren, do you even know how to throw a punch? Like, you need to know how to fight back if this ever happens to you again." I was like, "No, I'm not really a violent person." He's like, "No, you need to learn how to throw a punch." And we were like throwing a pretty big party at this time. So like this was attracting attention. And it turned into one of those things where like before long, there was a full circle of people around me. And he's like, "Lauren's gonna punch me in the face right now. Everybody, we're gonna teach Lauren how to punch me in the face." I'm like, it's building, right? And he's like, "Lauren, here's what you're gonna do. You're not going to punch at my face. You're going to punch through my face as hard as you possibly can. Okay? You're going to do it." And everyone's like, punch him. And so like, it was like mob mentality. So I did. I fucking swung hard as fuck on him. And I heard like the crack. And he just says this. And he goes, "Not bad." And the whole house just erupted in cheers, man. So like, there's that. And then another one of my friends, it was like the same thing. He was just drunk as fuck. And we were hanging out drinking after a night of doing some stand-up comedy, which I used to do. And he was just antagonizing me, like really hard. Like, he was trying to get me to punch him in the face. And then he just kept saying, he's like, "Punch me in the face then. Do it. You're not going to do it. Punch me in the face." I gave in and I punched his glasses clear across the bar, and he also loved it. I don't know what it is about like guys who love getting drunk and then getting punched in the face by 5-foot-tall women, but there is an overlap. There is a not zero Venn diagram there. Let me catch up with some super chats. Michael McIntyre, thank you so much, by the way. Thank you. Says, "Date night fund for taking TJ out during recovery. I vote glizzies." You know I love glizzies. I've said before, my favorite food is the hot dog. I don't know if we'll be going out. Probably ordering in. I don't know how cute I'll be on a date night, but who knows? I might be up for it. Chaos Shadow, thank you for another one. You and me both. I keep putting BG3 off for other Steam games. I know. I keep going back to Sims as if I haven't played the shit out of it since I was 9 years old. Olivia says, "Are black people more violent?" Not answering that one. I'm sure some people have opinions and will point to their own statistics, but I'm too white to touch that one with a 10-foot pole. I'm not doing that one at all. Sorry. Men are more violent, though. So, I probably keep triggering people every time I say that. That's one that me and Roma's army actually disagree on. I've thought about having her on and like having a friendly debate about it, you know, because there's a lot of stuff we agree on, but like, we can't keep coming on and always agreeing. We gotta fight sometimes. All right. Jack says, "Water got turned off. Bill paid, but not until 16 hours." Dude, that's horrible. We've been there. Not like sometimes because we're poor, and then sometimes because we forget. But it's been years, many, many years since then. I love this answer. Chaos Shadow says, I'm a black man, and I'll just say, I am when I have to be. That's a great answer. That reminds me of the Kevin Hart joke when he's like, people ask me, does your dog bite? And I say, not me. Not me. All right. That's a good one to end the stream on. I gotta go get my kids. We're about done with streaming for the week, but like I said, editing Lauren is on her way, and look forward to the next big scripted video that I have out coming for you. I am going to be writing out an entire deep dive on my thoughts on the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni situation. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this case is basically kind of turning into Johnny Depp Amber Heard Part 2. So it's very on brand with a lot of the things that I talk about, and honestly, it's very similar to what's going on in my own life right now, right? Like, we've got a lawsuit where someone is claiming that, you know, there's all kinds of defamation. I'm being threatened with a defamation lawsuit as we speak. So, you know, I'm curious to see all the different sides, to examine all of it. It's going to especially be an interesting topic because I really can see both sides on this one. So it's going to be a lot more nuanced than the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp one, but whatever side you're on, I'm going to cover it. Man, either a skunk just died outside of my house, or someone is like doing some reefer madness business outside of my house, because like I am getting a fucking contact high right now. Oh my god, is this the mystery machine? Why am I getting clam baked in my own office right now? What the hell? Jesus Christ. Anyway, whew, I'm getting flashbacks to when I lived in Detroit. Okay, I love you guys. Like the live.